welcome to the next installment of Charmed Persons. We're glad to have you here. And we're going to jump right in with a brief recap of where we were at the end of last session. So, the party had finally figured out what had caused the storm system that caused them to crash into the continent of Samtia. This storm system was actually being controlled by a storm giant who was using the storm system to haul in treasures of various varieties that the party divvied out amongst themselves. And after solving this issue, they continued on their way to Devis, where they were searching for Pildor Swiftstream, the leader of the Emerald Union, who was behind the attack on Barrett Square all those days ago that had put the party together. They were accompanied by their newfound companion, Ray Dusor, who joined them on the airship on the way to Samtia, and who turned out was the sister of Ben Firestar, who was Abra's friend who died in the initial attack. You finally made it to the ruins of Devis, and there, Elburn was reunited, much to his dismay, with a former friend, a former party member, and was possessed by this entity, and so was Ray by another entity as ghosts, presumably killed by Elburn, who was known as the Archmage of Devis all those years ago, now seeking vengeance on him for his deeds and for being the culprit of their deaths. And we left off in the middle of this battle right after Elburn, while possessed by this woman, had a brief conversation with her, where she made him face his conscience, where he did so, and where the act of doing that kind of let her free herself from these mortal bonds. And on her way out, she warned him of what Pildor was doing and warned him to not let him bring them here, whatever that means. And that is where we left off, and we are now starting at the top of the turn order with Rev. Rev, you're going to be first up, and then Kelpie, you will be on deck. So, Rev, where we left off, there is currently a ghostly entity right in front of you that you have been sparring with and that you've damaged pretty handsomely. He's looking real rough. And as the ghostly entity roars and screeches at you, what would you like to do?
Coming back from our break, Rev seems to pause, remembering where he is, remembering that he knows that the ghosts seem to have taken damage from his magical attacks, and having witnessed ghosts take possession of some of his companions, he is going to channel the same magical energy that he used to attack the ghost the first time and shoot an Eldritch Blast at
Do it.
The ghost in front of him. That's a 21 for the first blast.
Ooh, that hits.
And a 16 for the second.
And that hits.
It's going to be a total of 18 points of force damage.
All right, starting off with a bang as you kind of reach within yourself, pulling this dark arcane energy that has been blessed to you by Demetrius. You pull on it, and you thrust your hand forward. From within you, this dark arcane energy swirls forward and shoots two beams of this energy into the ghost that's in front of you, dissipating its body as it pummels into its chest and then its abdomen, and the ghost looks at you with wide black eyes as a final kind of echoes, and the ghost is gone.
Yeah, and with that, I do want to take my movement now that the ghost has been removed. This thing here on the map is the Vesnian version of Kelpie, yes?
Actually, no. That is the satyr, the fey
That's
creature
right.
that she summoned. Yeah.
A little fey buddy.
Yeah, the ghost disappears, and I see this little satyr on the other side, and it's like,
And he's like, yeah, nice job.
he's so angry.
He's a little angry dude. Yeah, she did choose fuming, so he's a little angry guy.
Yeah.
He's feisty.
And I am going to then move up with Elliot, just up along the side of this building, moving towards the entrance of the tower. That's going to be my turn. You're muted.
I can't hear you.
Thank you. Yeah, you kind of move your way along the broken building behind you, keeping your eye on Ray, knowing that she is the one that is currently possessed. Speaking of Ray, I am going to need you to Oh, actually, sorry. Never mind.
No.
You guys watch as Ray is like sitting there. Her eyes are glazed over, arrow knocked in her bow, and she's looking at all of you. When suddenly, her head shoots back, and her eyes glow suddenly, and you see a flash of like white movement as the spirit from within Ray exits her body, now seeing that the culprit behind their death is no longer possessed. They will fly towards Elburn. Let me get them back on the...
Bunch of babies.
So they will go and release the possession on their bonus action, use their movement to get to Elburn, and then yeah, they're just gonna take a good old swipe at you, buddy.
Ooh, I died because of you. I guess I gotta go after you.
And they get a 23 to hit,
Ah, fuck. Yeah.
which hits. I know it does.
Gaslight the ghost.
What did I do? Deserve this?
18 points of necrotic damage to you.
Jesus!
As the ghost reaches forward and grabs your heart from within your chest and squeezes tightly, and you feel this pain in your body as you kind of stumble forward, and the ghost is there screeching and howling in your face. And that is the end of its turn. Kelpie, it is now your turn. Atticus, you'll be on deck.
Wow. How much movement does a Vesnian have?
Oh, I forgot to send you the stats. Talk amongst yourselves. Or
Guys, this
just...
is crazy, right?
It's so crazy. Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Oh my
for one
God.
day.
Oh
What'd you
my
do?
god!
I just got into a flying car with a woman, and now I'm here.
Oh my god.
It's fine.
Here, it's 50
Fucking nose
it's 50
with a
feet, and I'm
creepy
sending
ghost.
this to you in the Discord.
Sandy is actually beautiful.
Okay.
Ah.
50.
It's like half Dracula, half John Travolta.
Poor Carlos.
All right.
If Boris Karloff was
See the
in
things.
Greece.
It's basically that. It's. Oh wait, no, I sent you the wrong one. I'm sorry.
Oh. You didn't mean to send me a Velociraptor?
No.
Darn.
Same stats as a T-Rex.
So as long as things are moving, you can see them, but unfortunately.
If everyone stops moving, you're gone.
Okay, I'm not gonna spend any more time looking for it. I can't find it. It is a speed of 60 feet, though. I do.
Oh.
And if I'm gonna have to come back and watch this. If I tell you anything wrong, I'll let you know. But
Cool.
We're making it up on the fly because I can't find it. So it's 60 feet of movement.
That then can get me here at 60, and whatever kind of attack I can
Yeah,
make
so you
on the ghosty.
you can make one bite attack and one claw attack.
Sweet. Let's do both.
I'm assuming they're both a +5 to hit.
Okay. Great. Do I get? Is he kind of flanked? There's not like one directly.
He's
across,
like
but
super surrounded and also really focused on Elburn, so yeah, you can get
sweet.
its advantage.
Okay, well that is a 24 to hit for either the bite or the claw.
Both hit.
Um,
Or sorry, the one
well
hits.
for the yeah, I guess I'll bite him first. So we'll say that's the bite.
Okay,
I'll
that
just-
is a the bite will be 2d8 plus 4 damage.
Why don't I remember which one? There's the 8. 2d8 plus 4. Math. 18.
18 points of damage, and as a level 6 druid now, you run up to this
Magical.
creature in your raptor Vesnian form, and you chomp down on top of its shoulder and crunch down as it is reaching out towards Elburn, biting down over its shoulder, and it's weird. It kind of feels like you're biting into like a pillow almost is like the like give that it has, but the creature roars out from underneath you as 18 points of damage is not nothing. So now you got your claw attack, which is another +5 to hit.
19.
19 hits, and this is 2d6 plus 4.
13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. Nicely done. Math. Oh wait. Let me get this going again.
Math, we win.
Boom. And the math is you win.
Great. Oh, yay!
Okay, so yeah, it's looking hurt. You claw into it yet again. It's like it gives quite a bit, but there is like some resistance, and you can see your claws like actually tearing the form apart, where it would usually like it seems as if instead of like blood or viscera coming out of the wounds, it's like nothing. It's like it's just kind of erasing the form. And yeah, so the rest of your turn.
Then I'm going to. I think that's it for me. I don't have a good bonus action to use, and so then I'd like to have my Fae guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna name Frank right now. His name's gonna be Frank.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Frank, I'd like to move 30 feet, do his little teleport thing, just to fully surround this ghost. I don't think I have. Yeah. And he's gonna make his little
Yeah.
attack. Yeah. Which is +3 to hit, and he has advantage because he's fuming.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 18,
18 hits.
and that is. Oh, geez, that's a lot of math. Okay, that 10 piercing damage and 1 force damage.
Ooh.
So 11.
Okay, so yeah, he, Rev, you have run away from this satyr, And as you kind of turn back to look at him, he just kind of looks at the ghost and he goes, and then he appears in a little right next to the ghost, and he gets out this dagger and just jumps on the back of the ghost, holding on to it, and just starts stabbing him in the shoulder. And the ghost is like freaking out, not really like how is this creature holding on to him? What is going on? And the ghost, who already looks horrified to begin with, gets an even more horrified expression on their face as they look very hurt. It is now Atticus's turn. Elliot, you're on deck.
I will attack it.
Okay.
Twice. It's an advantage.
Yes, it is.
25. Hit.
25 does hit. Yeah. What sword are you
Okay.
using?
The voltage sword.
Okay. Yeah.
And that is 4, 5, 8, 13 points of damage.
How do you want to do this, Atticus?
Just lightning kind of zaps it out of existence with the voltage sword.
Yeah, you take the sword and you rear back as it's like dealing with this satyr that's currently struggling on top of it, and you stab the sword right into the form of the ghost, and you can see kind of lightning form where the stab wound is, and just start shooting out throughout the form in every direction until the ghost just kind of dissipates in a little ball of lightning. The satyr then lands on the ground. Yeah!
Do I kill this thing? What is this?
Frank.
And with that, you guys look around and no ghosts seem to be making their way towards you. Everything seems to be whoa. Whoa.
Are we sure there's no ghosts?
There's no
Yo,
ghosts.
Hold on.
What was that?
Having 3 cats in a house is it's fun times, guys.
Yeah,
Oh my
I get that,
God.
buddy.
Do you remember when we were playing and your Google thing just said like stuff about like suicide prevention?
Oh my
Oh my
God.
gosh, that was the
Absolutely
craziest
nowhere.
thing. Yeah, that was
That was
really
so
nuts.
scary.
Oh.
So yeah, the ghosts seem to have rested for but a moment, and seems that there is no immediate danger. We are now out of combat.
I immediately take my potion of healing that I have on me,
Okay.
because I'm at 18 hit points left.
Will you remind me what my hat does?
Your hat allows you to cast the spell Mage Armor once per day.
Okay, cool.
Through the you don't use a spell slot. Like it's like through the hat.
I'm gonna tell Gustav to just start making a medium-sized circle around the tower.
Once per short rest, and yes, okay, that's great.
And just if he sees anything, to ping me.
Go ahead and roll a perception check for Gustav for me.
I turn to everybody after healing.
That's a
my
natural
very-
20.
Oh!
Shit.
Switch up the cameras there. Okay, natural 20. Yeah, so Gustav makes his way around. So you're not like looking through him, right? It's like he's
No, he can
his
just
own.
communicate with me within a mile.
Yeah. So he does the circle around, kind of comes back. He's like sauntering his fur, like bouncing as he does. And through this telepathic link, he kind of lets you know that he doesn't see any creatures around, doesn't see any movement of any sort, but that he feels like a rumbling coming from underground.
Yeah. I'll tell him to just keep on circling, keep an eye out while we go in.
Totally.
I
Yeah,
would,
we should hurry up, I think, because
Yeah.
I think Bieldor's summoning something.
Yeah, there's some rumbling going on.
Yeah, and I've got an idea what he's summoning.
What is it?
Would you like to tell us?
Yeah, what is it?
I feel like you should share that if you have an idea.
Or is it
I'm
going to take too long and do we need to just go?
not- You know,
Let's talk and run. Let's.
You know,
Yeah, walk and talk.
maybe it's better to find out.
Oh my God.
Is it?
Well, maybe we can
mean?
prepare.
while we're here, does anybody have any other method of healing me before I run in there?
I just like take my hand and like throw it on Elburn's chest, and I cast Cure Wounds on him.
All right.
What a nice
This
bit
new
of
magic,
on Elburn.
this new magic embracing Elburn. It's crazy.
Weird.
We didn't say embracing. He's not making eye contact.
And I immediately like put my fist up, like, are you gonna like freak out? Like,
Yeah,
what are you
same.
gonna, like?
I forgot that we still need the map because you need to see the inner halls.
You get 6 points of healing.
I feel that and very briefly just kind of like shudder and
Yeah.
then immediately walk inside. Like run directly inside.
Yeah, so you see what is there on the map. You see a decrepit room. You kind of climb through the rubble. There's like a very nice rug that's been set there. To your left, there's a bottom of a spiral staircase that starts up the wall and then ends where basically the walls end. It seems that, that's what led to the upper part of the tower that is now no longer there. Elburn, as you walk in, this sense of a remorseful nostalgia just really hits you. And it takes a second for you to really gain your composure. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
You're within 10 feet of me.
Which he is.
You get a +4.
You get a +4 to this.
So that is 21.
You feel that part of you is telling you to, stop and not go any further. And what are you doing? You've survived longer than anybody else has, and have stayed that way by being alone and by avoiding this place. And you get all of these feelings of fleeing that fill your mind, and instead you steel yourself and you take a deep breath, and you know that you're on the right path, and you remind yourself of that, and you continue on. To your right, you do see this a staircase that leads downward. I know it looks broken there, and the steps themselves are broken, but it doesn't just go into a pit. It's just black. It's just dark. So it's just a staircase leading down into what used to be your grand study.
I take a stone like about yay big that I find somewhere there, and I just like gently toss it down the stairs to see if anything happens.
It bounces on the stairs, and you hear it.
Well, there's at least no physical traps. I can't be certain of magical traps, but that would have done something to show us if there was a magical trap on the entrance.
Go ahead, Rev.
I was gonna say, can I send Elliot up ahead, just invisible?
For sure.
Kind of give like a little bit more.
So Elliot hops down, and you guys don't see, but you hear the voice of Elliot as he says, "All right, here we go. Dark, scary staircase.
You got this, buddy.
Yeah, I know. Woo! You guys, if you could see me, you could see that I definitely wasn't crying. All right, here we go."
We're counting on you, Elliot.
And he starts to head down the staircase. Make a perception check for Elliot for me.
Yep.
I'm guessing Elliot has dark vision.
Are we just all in the tower
Yes.
now?
Yeah, I'm assuming you're all up in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, I told Frank to climb on me, so Frank is now riding me as a Venestian.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
so you're not Destiny. For a second, I thought you meant as a halfling, and I was like, whoa, you're like 6 feet.
We make one whole person. We just need a really
With a
big
big
trench
trench
coat.
coat,
That's a 16 using Quasit stats, and he has dark vision up to 100.
Okay, cool. So as he's walking, he sees a few steps down that there is one of the steps, like the entire step, seems to have like a seam to it, and seems to be as if it could be pressed inward.
I warn the group from pointing that stuff out.
Okay.
Good job, buddy. Keep an eye out for
Yeah.
any more.
Yeah, so don't step. I don't know. Just don't step on that one.
So we shouldn't step on it, or we should step on it?
I don't know, really. Well, you're not asking me, but.
Oh no, Elliot, I'm always indirectly asking you.
Well, I don't know.
I walk forward, noting that, and try to step over it.
Okay, so you're following Elliot down the steps?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody have any lights? Otherwise, I can make some lights, but hopefully, I'll just do dancing lights and walk and fall.
So go ahead, and it doesn't just starting with Elliot, who it doesn't really exist, but Elliot at the front. Then there's Elburn. Go ahead at the stairs and put yourselves in line as far as how you're going down. And Ray, you know, as you're starting to enter this building with everybody, Tiny kind of looks at you. And he like looks down at the staircase, and then he kind of looks at you.
You don't want to come, do you?
You have a telepathic link, so it's like, you know, he doesn't necessarily directly talk to you, but you get the feeling that he says, you know, pretty much like, I'll do whatever you want me to do, but I just don't know if I'm going to be more of a useful thing or a hindrance going down a spiral staircase that might be filled with traps.
I have been like contemplating the idea of having Tiny be like in Frozen, where like Kristoff talks to Sven, but then he talks back as like Sven. But like I imagine that there's going to be some sort of relationship between Ray and Tiny with that. But I'll just look at Tiny right now, and I'll just like pat his little snoot, and just let him like fly off.
He looks to you, and he starts rubbing his head up against you, and you hear.
Oh, am I doing it? Is it my turn?
Oh wait, no! Did you not hear that?
No.
Oh, you didn't hear that in Roll20?
I did.
It was like a dragon,
yes.
like nuzzly growl.
Oh, hang on. Let me turn up. Yeah, it says.
Turn up.
I'll play it one more time.
I did hear that, but Jackie's in the bathroom, like moving stuff around, and I thought it was just like a scoot.
The Tiny's like, that's him like nuzzling up next to you.
A little dragon.
Yeah, a little chortle. And then
I'll give him
and then he flies away. Okay, so I see the order that you're in.
I would also take Gidget out and tell him to just stay at the top of the stairs so that I can like check in if I need to.
He looks at you in his little mouse hand. Ava, are you at the very back?
I'd probably leave Biscuit with them as well.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Just so he doesn't get hurt.
What's the front of the line?
The front of the line is at the very top with Elliot.
Okay.
This is supposed to be Elliot.
Yeah.
I
see.
I also was trying to position myself further up in the line, but
I pushed past you.
Yeah.
No worries.
Head boy.
No worries. Okay, so with all of that in mind, Elburn, give me a acrobatics check.
15.
Atticus.
Wait, I'm within 10 feet. That I don't need.
No, that's a saving throw. That's a saving throw. Atticus, give me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
At disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Oh, I rolled so well. 7.
7. Okay. Pharaoh, give me an acrobatics check at disadvantage.
Oh, at disadvantage. 17.
Nice. Rev, give me an acrobatics check.
I'm gonna take my first lucky because I rolled a 6.
Okay.
So I got a 16 on the second one.
Okay. Kelpie, I need you to, as a Vesnian, which their dexterity is a +3, so just roll a d20 +3 at disadvantage, please.
Can I do something?
13.
13. Avra, go ahead and roll an acrobatics check for me.
Why am I so nervous about this one thing?
Oh my god. 22, but it was almost much worse than that. It like
And then
rolled.
finally, Ray, go ahead and roll a acrobatics check for
Don't
me.
fuck it up, Ray.
I don't wanna. At disadvantage?
No.
Good. Thank God.
That's problematic.
22.
All of you are able to avoid the step as you go down the
Dang.
staircase.
I kind of want to know.
I know.
As
Like
you go
tiptoe
down
back
the
and press
What'd you have
it.
to roll to fail it? Jeez.
Of 5 or below.
I was gonna say it seemed like less than 5.
So you're
close.
lucky.
You got some low
Your
ones.
6
was real
actually would have
close.
been okay, but you didn't know, so
Yeah.
it was still probably a good use. Okay, so as you guys continue to travel down, you hear. Wait, hold on. Let me see here. Let me get some.
It's windy in here.
You hear this like dark rumbling coming from down below as you continue down the staircase itself, Elliot leading the way. Go ahead and roll a investigation check for Elliot for me. Or sorry, perception check. Sorry.
Elliot got a nat 20.
Elliot got a nat 20. Nice.
Okay, Elliot.
He notices another one of those steps.
Guys, go. There's another one of these steps.
Okay, so Elburn, can you make an acrobatics check for me?
Damn it. I want to step
Not
so bad.
again.
21.
21. Atticus, can you make an acrobatics check at disadvantage for me?
Advantage.
'Cause
I rolled
you're-
two 18s.
Because you're going down a
17.
dark staircase in armor trying to skip a step. Like, it's not the easiest thing.
I got lights around me. I got dancing lights.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like,
I rolled a 17.
Pharaoh, go ahead and roll an acrobatics check at disadvantage.
5.
5. Okay, Pharaoh steps on the step. Pharaoh, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Plus
So
4.
so glad we all got past that step. Ooh, 15,
19.
19.
You get a plus 4 with your. So you're within.
Oh
10
yeah,
feet.
19.
Yes, you are within 10 feet of him. Give me just a second here. I'm looking through my notes to find out which one this is.
Leap into my arms.
The romance we all want.
Clang, clang, clang.
I would never step on Trigo's shoes like that.
He goes into it.
Great.
I mean, if he's in it.
I mean, if
Okay, so you
I'll bring it
do.
up.
So you save. So you're able to jump forward, and kind of like jump on Atticus as this kind of like purple arcane axe just starts to swing right where that step is, and it just continues to swing back and forth. But you were able to jump out of the way. But there is now between Pharaoh and Rev, there is now a swinging arcane axe that you can try to time and jump through. So yeah, that's what's currently going on, y'all.
Sorry.
So Rev clocks this, and he's gonna stand there for a bit and try and like time it out, and then he's pretty confident in his acrobatic skills.
Yeah.
I'll stand on the other side, like ready to catch.
Go ahead and make an acrobatics check for me, bud.
Nat 20.
Nat 20, yeah, easily enough. It goes to you're just able to time it. You start swaying your body with the antithesis of the swing, and it goes up into the wall. You jump and dodge forward, and you're able to get through it.
No big deal, guys.
The Vestian, what do you do?
I mean, I'm gonna see that Rev did it, and so I'm gonna think that I can do it. But I'm gonna like reach back and grab my tail, and like kind of pull my tail up so I don't risk like being too long to catch it.
All
and
right.
I'm just gonna like
roll
do
a
the same
roll a d20 plus 3 at disadvantage, please.
thing.
Right as she's about to jump from behind her, I'm like, Kelsey, no! No!
That's a 9.
9 fails.
Oh no.
Cool.
You take. It's not as bad as you think, though.
Say that now.
You take 10 points of slashing damage as the axe does catch your tail as you jump through and just carves a big gash into it. But you... Go ahead.
Total hit points. Sorry, what's Vastian's total hit points?
Oh, yes, it is 45? 45.
Cool.
Hardy boy.
Yeah, they're hardy.
Yeah, I think that's the same as the giant hyena, so that...
Yeah.
tracks.
I like
Makes sense.
combined the Velociraptor and the giant hyena.
Gotcha. Cool. Okay, well,
But you do make it to the other side.
cool.
So now we have Avra.
I rolled a modified 20.
Modified 20. Whoop! You're able to just jump right through. You kind of like, you don't even like dodge and like roll through, you just kind of like skip through. And it just goes right behind you. And then finally we have Ray.
19.
19. You are able to get through easily enough. The arcane axe is now behind all of you. As you continue down the staircase, the rumbling and the ominous noise getting louder and louder. As you do, you start to hear the faintest inklings of what you think might be chanting. Go ahead and roll a perception check for Elliot one last time for me.
Hooray. Elliot rolled a 6. His confidence getting the better of him.
A 6. Okay. Roll a dexterity saving throw for Elliot for me.
Sure. He got an 8.
8. He takes a total of 6 points of fire damage, which I think he's resistant to, or no, maybe he's not. Actually, I don't think he is.
He's resistant to fire.
He's resistant, so he takes a total of 3 points of fire damage. As 4 plumes of fire, one from the ceiling, one from the ground, and 2 from the side, each side, both immediately just let loose, kind of like these little mini jets, walls of flame, and it gets Elliot in his ass as he, oh god, and he jumps forward, and is able to get to the other side. But there is now basically a wall of fire in between Elliot and Elburn, but there is a small little hole in the middle that you can try to jump through, so that you don't catch on flame. So Elburn, what would you like to do?
Yeah, almost without like missing it. Like I stopped because the fire happened.
Yeah.
Like on the stop, leaning back, I immediately go to tuck and roll.
All right, go ahead and roll a acrobatics check for me.
I'm gonna go ahead and no. You know what? No. I was gonna use my DM inspiration, but I'm gonna save that.
Okay.
13.
13. 13 does not succeed. So you take a total of
Watch this undo all the healing I just did.
9 points of fire damage. As you're just not able to, and it just kind of burns your side as you jump inward.
Yeah, I stick the landing, but I like very like angry, and then keep going.
Oh, sorry, that is 4 points of fire damage.
Hank.
Because simply trying to jump through means that you get half damage, and then if you succeed, you get no damage.
Gotcha.
That's
And then we got Atticus.
So the fire's coming from multiple directions.
The ceiling, the floor, and both sides. Yeah, and then there's like a little circle in the middle where they don't meet.
I will try to just take my shield, put it up above me, like try to block like a corner of it, and then try to go through.
Yeah, roll an acrobatics check at just a straight roll with the help of your shield.
11.
11. I'm still gonna say that you get 2 points of fire damage, as it just kind of like burns you just from the sheer closeness to heat. But that's it. That's all it does to you. Pharaoh.
I try to hold. If I hold my shield up, does it block the fire partially? If I can.
Yeah, it does.
Some
Yeah.
of it.
Uh-huh.
Does it seem like it's damaging my shield at all?
No.
I'll try to just hold my shield up so I can help some people get through.
Yeah. So Pharaoh, go ahead and make an acrobatics check at advantage.
Nice. 7.
At advantage?
Yeah.
Okay. You will take. That's so funny.
Just face the way that I'm not blocking.
You will take
walk into fire.
6 points of fire damage as you do kind of jump through, but then Atticus is standing right there, and you didn't want to run into him, so you kind of like lean back for a second, and then your back just kind of like gets ignited in flame briefly. Rev, your turn. Acrobatics check at advantage.
19.
19. Just jump right through. No problem. Kelpie, roll a d20 plus 3 at advantage.
I assume that even as a Vastnian, it seems plausible I can fit through this hole.
Especially with his shield help, yes.
Okay. Because if it wasn't even like looking like it,
it's a little bit of a higher DC.
You said with or without advantage?
With advantage, with his shield
Okay.
helping you out.
Thank God. 21.
Yeah, you just kind of you hop through, bring in your legs up, land on the other side just fine. Aira, acrobatics check at advantage.
21.
21, same thing. Hop through, no problem. Ray, acrobatics check at advantage.
You know, if we use all our 21s now.
You know, I've been rolling high. It's making me nervous for when we really need it later.
What'd you get?
6.
An advantage?
Yes, it was a 2 and then a 3.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, you take 13 divided by 2, 6 points of fire damage.
6 points.
As
Alright.
if kind of the same thing happens, you jump, and then you're like, because everybody, you kind of have to like run into Atticus and grab onto him to make sure that you get to the other side, and you just like don't know him like that, so you you jump to the other side, and you don't want to touch him, so you kind of lean back, and yet again the flame just kind of like goes up your back, sends you to your backside a little bit.
Also, as
Smell
a
my
side
armpit to
note,
see why people are avoiding me into the fire.
All right, so with that, you all head down the staircase.
as a side note, I've been assuming Frank is just face stepping through all of these challenges, and that's why I haven't like been rolling for him.
Oh, honestly, I just assumed if he's on your back, he can lie flat enough that whatever happens to you happens to him.
Okay, so if I got burned though, does that mean he also got burned?
No,
That's
because
why I would.
I guess you're right. No, because
step
the axe wouldn't have hit you. It wouldn't have hit him. It hit you.
Okay.
And the fire, he had the top of the fire, and you didn't take any damage, I don't think, anyway. But he had the top of
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
That's
or
Frank's
he could
deal.
have face stepped. But
Yeah.
But he's there for an hour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys got Frank for a little bit.
Yeah.
And he can always come back, you know.
It's true.
So you guys continue to head down the staircase. Elliot says via your telepathic link and not out loud, Rev, he says, "Hey, we're getting pretty close down here. I can pretty much hear this guy. I don't know if I should be the one. I guess I'm invisible, but I'm just saying, hey,
Yeah, no.
Everybody get
come-
ready!
I tell him to come back to me. He's already done his job. He's been burned by
Yeah,
fire.
yeah.
Ready?
And
He comes up
I-
and he climbs. You just like, if anybody's just looking at Rev, they just see his clothes like being pulled down at certain points as Elliot climbs back up.
I turned to Pharaoh. Did you actually say what you said at the top regarding you knew what was happening, but you were going to save it?
Yeah, I had. Well,
I immediately
didn't
turn around if you did and aggressively go, "What's going on in there?"
Well, okay, so I didn't actually see what was coming out when I used my clairvoyance. All right. So honestly, it could be absolutely anything. And I had some dreams about some big monsters. I don't know, some big like scorpions or whatever. But I don't know if it's that. Who knows?
Scorpions?
Yeah. Maybe it's a dragon. I don't know.
Well, I don't.
I'm sorry. The
You're
thing
very
that's
nonchalantly bringing up dragons.
Dragons don't really come out of.
Yeah, I don't think it's a
Like-
dragon. I don't think it's probably nothing.
Most of you also know that dragons haven't been seen in thousands of years.
Dragons haven't been seen in thousands of years.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think
perfect
those
time
things
for a
are-
dragon to come out of a portal.
God damn it! And then I turn around and just start walking towards.
As you walk down the rest of the staircase, do you just walk down? Do you stealth down? What do you do?
I'm probably. I'm probably stealthing with purpose. You know, like I'm
I'm
not.
accidentally-
Evan, what?
stealthing.
Evan, describe stealthing with purpose to me.
Like, I'm roll stepping,
Uh-huh.
but I'm not like crouched and being like. Like
So-
it's very much just like I'm trying to be quieter.
So you're stealthing.
Yeah.
He's just
Yes.
doing it
No,
But with the
With
purpose.
Keep it cool.
All
trying
right.
to
Falling
move
with
as
style.
fast
I need a
as
group.
possible.
I need a group stealth check, please.
But with purpose?
Yeah.
With purpose, apparently.
With
Add
purpose.
Add a purpose.
20.
That's what purpose means.
9.
I got a 4.
Those
17.
are plate armor, boys.
Dirty 20.
27.
9,
You're just
9?
hovering.
9, and I have a +7. That was really a pathetic roll.
What did you get, Kelpie?
17.
Well, you
Okay,
gotta do it
so
with
the
purpose.
3 over 20s, cancel out the 3 under 10s, and then Kelpie's got a 17. So overall, pretty good. So you guys are able to stealth down into the chamber for now, seemingly unnoticed, as I will bring you to the ritual room map.
Yes.
How long
As-
did those beans last? Was it a minute?
This is now what you see.
Yeah.
But you want to
Um,
yell bean, right? Isn't that
What the
Yeah.
heck?
You gotta yell bean first.
What?
You gotta yell
There's-
bean, and beans last for a
Okay.
minute. So this is what you see.
Wow.
You see Pildor currently standing on this altar at the top. The altar's about 5 feet off the ground, and he has a spell book out and his hand out. He's currently casting this spell, speaking a language that none of you understand. And around him is just kind of this like it has that shimmering like right above the fire, how the heat kind of distorts your vision. It kind of has that look all around him. And you also see 4 other humanoid figures in dark emerald cloaks currently facing him as well. As this room is quite large, as you can see, and it looks to be as if it used to be held up by these 2 large ornate pillars, one of them knocked down, one of them completely missing, but the rest of the room being pretty bare other than everything that I've just described to you. So what do you do?
I would like to try to cause fear in Pildor.
Right on.
Nice.
Okay, so go ahead and put yourselves on the map in the order that you guys came down. At the very bottom,
I'm gonna say beans.
you say beans.
Yeah.
So you
Beans.
Wait,
what was
mine's
your
nonverbal.
what was your effect again?
Advantage on being charmed and frightened.
Yeah, so you don't have to say it too loud. You to yourself, knowing that you want the effect of the bean, commit and take an inhale and
I call upon the power of the bean.
and you smell a slightly sulfuric stench for but a moment, and you now feel like you have advantage on charm and frighten checks.
I love that
did
charm
you-
checks
did
smell
you-
like a fart.
So I was gonna say you fart when you call upon the power of the bean.
I don't know what happens, man.
Does everybody else smell sulfur? Or
Yeah.
smell that? That's the portal. That's what it smells like when you summon a portal.
I try to stealthily move over to this pillar on the left,
Okay.
behind it, and pulling my longbow out.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me as you get over there. As you make your way over there. Actually, you got a nat 20, so go ahead and just get over there.
Oh, yay. Yeah, I'm good. I immediately get behind there and just like knock an arrow and get ready to fuck shit up.
Atticus, go ahead and get yourself out there. All right, Abra. So you step forward, and what do you do?
Well, we haven't been detected yet, from what we can tell, right?
You have not been, no.
So, I would like to do this like silently. Like, if I could do it correctly, Pildor would. If this had effect, he would be like, "Oh fuck, there's something behind me, and I'm terrified."
Okay.
And then he'd turn around and see us.
Alrighty.
He's not immune to being frightened.
Oh, I hope so too. That's actually really.
That'd be a real.
That's it. He's probably seen some shit.
Avra would Avra know that? No, probably not.
You would know that a construct or an undead is immune to this effect.
For sure, yeah. But
There are rumors that he was a vampire, but I checked it. But he could be a different undead. But I just like remember that was a potential rumor.
He was allergic to the sun.
Yeah, buddy.
The one thing that
We
I
saw him
would
in the sun, didn't we?
do too.
He had an umbrella.
And I had this thought last session, and I wrote it down, and I forgot. But like the second we walk into a room with him muttering words at a portal, I would want to cast silence.
Okay, so you're gonna cast silence, and Avra's gonna cast Cause Fear.
yeah.
You both. Let me do something here.
We all get kind of like a surprise round.
Sure, yeah, I'll just give you all a surprise round.
I was gonna say,
So,
if we manage to sneak two people in with like jangly armor
yeah,
into the room,
I'll say that
we did pretty
Elburn,
good.
your surprise round is stealthing to the side and getting an arrow ready.
Okay.
Do I get one even though I rolled a 4 on my stealth check?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
If we get a surprise round, I'm gonna cast Moonbeam on fucking Pildor.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. 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 Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
He's
So,
holding the book, right?
yes, sir. If you wanna like say that your surprise round will be releasing an arrow, we can say that.
That would be great if you're gonna allow that.
I will allow that. So Abra's casting Cause Fear, Rev's casting Silence, Eric's casting Moonbeam, Pharaoh.
I'm gonna cast Emboldening Bond on myself, Atticus, and Rev. Which
Okay.
means if we're in 30 feet of each other, we can add a D4 to ability check, attack roll, saving throw.
Cool.
As long as you're
Does it
within
end
30
if
feet.
we leave
No.
30 feet, or
It doesn't end. It just you can only use it if you're within 30 feet of one of the other
So it's attack, saving throw, or
ability check.
I gave you all a little green dot to let you know that you're bonded.
Aww.
Yeah,
You have to
also-
adopt them together.
Also, since mage armor lasts for 8 hours, I kind of assume I would have done it during the ghost fight. Is
Sure.
that fair? Okay.
Yeah.
It only gives me a +1 to my AC, but
Yeah.
I'll take it.
And then Kelpie, what are you up to?
So I'd like to use my movement with Frank on me. It's only like half my movement to go hide there.
Okay.
And then I think nope, don't move him. I want to measure. It's a little too far away. Well, what I'd like to do is sneak up just close enough to be within 30 feet of Pildor. So then, and if that means I'm not hidden, I'm not hidden. Because I'd like to then have Frank face step right in front of his face, just stab him.
Okay. We can say that you get to right there. So it's like you're not hiding behind anything, but they still haven't noticed you yet. So when everything else goes off, your thing will be Frank doing his thing, right?
Yeah, and then is that if I also want to cast a spell, is that too much, or
you're a Vestian currently?
Well, if I use my bonus, is it like an action and a bonus action, or is it only one on a surprise?
No, he can get his own surprise. So if you want to use your bonus, I would assume you would get ready for a spell. So I would assume making your way up to this point, you would have dropped your wild shape.
Okay, yeah.
Unless you don't. Unless you don't.
Well, I was just carrying Frank because I wanted him. That's why I was like carrying him as a Vestian to within 30 feet, so he could.
We're not really in combat, so it's like the actions and movements don't. No worries.
Cool.
And so both of you can totally make it up there, and then his thing can be to teleport there, and your thing can be to cast what spell?
I'm going to cast Flaming Spear.
Wait. Spear?
No, because that's concentration, and I want to keep Frank. Never mind. I will cast. I'll just send an ice knife at 3rd level at him.
Alrighty. And then Ray, last but not least, what are you doing during your surprise round preparation?
I am seeing Elburn over at this little guy, this little broken pillar, so I'm gonna take and flank the other pillar.
Okay.
Which I think now I'm by Vestian Kelpie.
Well, non-Vestian Kelpie now.
Yeah, I'm a halfling again.
Oh, okay. I got so excited about my Cassidy. I apologize.
No.
Yeah, so non-Vestian Kelpie, and I'm gonna pluck one of my my bramble arrows off and have it knocked and ready to
Dope.
go.
All right. So you all get ready. Ava starts casting her spell. Rev starts pulling on the essence within him to cast his. Atticus grabs his holy symbol and reaches his hand out. Pharaoh touches the shoulder of Rev and Atticus, getting you guys ready for the fight. Kelpie drops her wild shape, sneaking up with Frank, getting ready to cast her spell. Elburn and Ray both knock their arrows. All of you look at each other, nod, and release the arrows and release your spells. I need all of you to mark off those spell slots, as none of them are effective.
Yeah.
You notice that the moonbeam does appear, and it hits 10 feet above where Pildor is standing, and then nothing happens below that. The cause fear, you just feel like you can't make the connection on him. Silence is the same thing. You feel as if what is the radius of silence?
20 feet.
20, so you feel as if outside of this 10-foot area that Pildor is currently in, there's a little slim sliver of silence, but you don't notice anything inward. Pharaoh, your spell is effective. Sorry. However, Elburn and Ray. Elburn just shot an arrow. Elburn, go ahead and make an attack roll. Ray, you make an attack roll as well. However, it's just gonna act as a normal arrow. Once the arrow enters the sphere, it turns it to just a normal arrow.
Can I specify? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Am I still then locked down an arrow?
You will still be down an arrow. Yeah.
Motherfucker!
I know. However, I will say when you fire it, you get your plus whatever to the attack, but you won't get a plus to the damage, if that makes sense.
Well, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Elburn.
I'm specifying now because my plan is to basically try and punch through his hand, the book in his other hand, so he can't do any like movement casting. That's the goal.
What are you? Sorry, you're trying to impale the arrow into his hand into the book?
Yes.
Okay, that'll be a much higher AC because you're trying to hit a specific target.
But that is the goal. I'm throwing it out there now, which is why I was like,
all right. All of a sudden. Well, go ahead and roll an attack then.
14.
Yeah, that'll miss. Ray, what was your attack?
Nat 20 plus 9 plus 2, baby.
Nice, nat 20. Okay, so it's still just a regular arrow, but double the dice roll on a regular arrow damage.
Double the dice?
Yes.
Say 10 points of damage.
10
Do I not
damage.
get my... Oh no, it's a regular arrow. Just kidding.
Yeah, you still get your plus, just not your magic plus, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
So is it still 10?
It's still 10, yeah.
Okay, cool. So this is what happens. So all of the spells hit this anti-magic field that Pildor has currently conjured around him. And you guys notice that the spells have no effect. However, luckily, Elburn and Ray's arrows do penetrate. Elburn's was focused on a target a little bit too specific, and the arrow flew directly in front of him and kind of into the portal. Ray, however, your arrow does fly through. It doesn't... you feel the magic, your connection to the arrow, where you would be able to speak the words to cast Spike Growth. You feel that lost as the arrow penetrates the magic field, but it does slam right into the back of Pildor as he screams and then looks behind him. Everybody else, the other 4 magical members, look behind them as well. Also, Frank, by the way, he like squeezes and then realizes that he can't, like, he just stays where he is because he realizes his target, he can't teleport there. I need everybody to roll initiative, please.
I'm not set up well for non-magical battle, you guys.
Is Moonbeam still there, or is it just not?
Moonbeam is directly above where he is. Okay. It's just not there. It stops at the 10-foot mark.
But I could like move it and still, if I wanted to move it.
You could move it. Yeah.
Ooh.
Similarly, I'm keeping the silence dome there until there's a reason.
And the silence is the bigger circle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So I also want to... Okay, anyway. I'll do that here in a second. All right, so Rev, what do you got before me?
I got a 14.
14. Abra. 18. Elburn.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Ray.
Big ol' 9.
9. Atticus.
Natural 20 is 24.
Nice. Pharaoh.
I'm bad at rolling virtual dice. I got a 4.
4. Kelpie.
19.
Wait, was it just Kelpie, 19. Elliot.
Elliot's right.
Elliot got an 8.
Elliot got an 8. And then Frank is just on your turn, right? Kelpie.
Yeah, he's just always directly after me.
Okay, directly after you. Cool. Okay, so then I need to roll for the dude and the dudes.
I think I've rolled 5 too so far this session.
You might have to use real dice.
I refuse.
I can't help you.
Maybe that bodes well for
Well, we
combat.
tried.
Though. You got all your high rolls coming up.
Yes.
Yeah. Saving them.
Kind of good for
numbers
the
will
cleric
align.
to go last, though.
Yeah.
True.
Clean up our messes.
Because Elburn's going to make some.
He already has.
And Atticus made a mess.
What are you talking about? We're only standing in the city where he made messes.
Hey. This whole city is a reminder of his mess.
if he gets through this, he's just gonna become the janitor and just like push broom all of Devis.
All right, top of the turn order, we have Atticus.
Right. I will see. I'll just move up 30 feet. So 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I will use my action to move Moonbeam, seeing that it's not doing anything to those guys.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
All right, so yeah, you run forward, seeing this large portal open up. Atticus, as you get closer, and Kelpie, I guess you've been kind of seeing this too. You see through this portal. It's kind of hard to see what's going on, but through this portal, you see a dark, kind of cracked earth landscape. With like a red clay texture and sand dunes in the very back. You see almost as if it's foliage, just little plumes of flame. What is that noise?
Oh shit! You can hear that's Yuffie chewing on a pencil.
yeah.
I thought that was in roll 20.
I thought
you had that from
like
Portal.
ethereal sound.
No.
Whatever creature that is, it's terrifying.
Do I recognize this landscape at all?
Go ahead and roll a history or religion check.
I assume I wouldn't at all.
You would not
I get a
know
plus
music.
4 with that thing that you have going up.
As you
Pharaoh, right? Plus 4.
Yeah, if you're within 30 feet of either Rev or I, should be.
As you do get closer, you do actually hear a large noise coming from this portal itself.
Did you say history or religion?
What?
What did you say? What
Yes,
what am I
that's what
rolling?
he said.
History or religion, yes.
13.
13. And on top of this groan, you hear this deep, very unsettling, like clicking noise. And you don't know exactly what's going on. And with that check, you don't really know what this is. It just gives you bad vibes. But that is the end of Atticus's turn. It is now Peeldor's turn. Elburn, you're going to be on deck. Peeldor, aka Xavier Synax, has his book and turns towards the rest of you and just kind of smiles. And then he looks towards you, Elburn, and he says, "Thank you for doing all of the preparation for me."
What? We can't hear the silent dome around your.
I just start
Can't hear
booing.
you.
Boo!
And then he will roll his eyes.
That's a bonus
20 on
action.
eyes. You said it's an action.
That's a bonus action.
That's an action.
And then let's see what he's gonna cast.
I called you a bitch yesterday.
That was me.
By the way, Elburn's facial expression
Worth
does not change as he even attempts to talk. He's just very, very stoically just staring at Peeldor like. As soon as he tries to talk, just like.
Just pull back one. Da.
My favorite version of that, I made it up like when I was in high school because I thought it was funny. I don't think it's that funny, but it was da 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 da. Not going through the whole thing.
Just boop.
Da, 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 da.
All Sorry, give me just a second.
That GIF is adorable.
And also equally creepy.
Also, the soundtrack. If we could, without getting in trouble, playing the soundtrack of that right now would be fucking hardcore.
Okay, so he is not really wanting to deal with any of you. And so he is going to cast centered right here. He's going to step out of the shield for a second to cast the spell, and then steps back in. But he points wait a minute, hold on. He might have to that stupid silence.
I think you could cast the spell on your go, but I think that like anything that required us to hear or was like thunder damage.
Oh yes, that's correct.
True,
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Like you could still get the spell off.
Yeah.
Like,
so
if it was like if he was trying to cast like healing word or something like that through
for sure. Yeah. So he casts a spell, and I need Pharaoh, Rev, and Avra to make wisdom saving throws for me, please.
Dirty 20.
30-20.
19.
Fuck
Hey.
all y'all. Okay, so none of you are confused and fall for his 4th level spell.
What? Wait, I'm confused. What just happened?
And he just kind of like grits his teeth and looks back and then gestures for his minions to deal with all of you. As that is going to end his turn. Elburn, it is now your turn. Kelpie, you're on deck.
How tall is this pillar, like this broken pillar in front of me?
4 feet. No, 5 feet. 5 feet probably.
Okay, I'm going to basically. Oh god damn it! I need to do the wrong thing. I'm going to get on it.
Okay. Yeah, easily enough.
And get all the way there.
Okay.
If I can.
Yeah.
And take another shot at Pildor, just like aiming to hit him this time.
Yeah, go ahead.
15.
15 hits.
Oh, thank God he's a magic user with low armor. Okay. That's 10 points of piercing damage. I'm just gonna let one off there.
All right, go ahead and make your second attack.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna take another one. Yeah, I'll do another arrow. 14. I don't think that hits.
14 hits.
Ah! And that is 12 points of piercing damage.
For a total of 22?
Yeah.
All right, so you jump up on this pillar and running, and as you're running, you knock one arrow, release it. You get to where you stand, you slide, knock another arrow, release it. Both arrows sticking into the side of Pildor as he looks at you with a deep growl. Why did you have to come back?
I say nothing, and if I'm going to use the rest of my movement, if I can. I think I can. I'm not doing anything.
Here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No.
30.
You've used all your movement.
I thought I was 35. Damn it. I was just going to slide off the thing, but I can't do it.
No, just to get, you could have done it earlier and be right here.
Oh, no, I meant behind it, so that, I could duck behind it.
Okay, you can be right there.
Yeah.
And be behind it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I'll say that you're behind it. Yeah.
Also, I need to remember it's not 35, it's 30 feet.
Yeah.
I forget I'm not that fast.
No worries. All right, Kelpie, your turn. Avra, you're on deck.
So, knowing, after we talked about that one time with, wild shape being magical, but not, a dispel magic spell wouldn't really work on it.
Mm-hmm.
Does Kelfie assume that if she goes into this like field of protection, she would lose her wild shape?
She has no
Or not?
idea.
Cool. That's kind of what I figured. So she is going to wild shape once more as her bonus action.
Okay.
Get off before I forget. And she's going to wild shape into a giant boar.
Ooh.
And charge directly at Pildor.
All right. There is a 5-foot jump that she will have to make as a wild boar.
Okay.
So. Yeah, just go ahead and make an acrobatics check with the boar's dexterity stats.
Cool. Oh lordy. That's only a 9. Because I get no bonuses with a boar.
A 9. You jump and you kind of like hit the pillar, but you're not able to get all the way up there.
And so he's up on a 5-foot like pedestal. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm like there-ish.
Yeah, pretty much right there. Yeah, you're just not able to. 5 foot's a big jump even for a giant boar. Especially.
And that just takes the rest of my movement.
How much movement have you
only
used?
I was here, and that was only 25 out of 40.
I would say you could back up and try again.
Let me.
You can back up 5 feet and then run and try again.
I'm gonna back up because I want to be at least. I don't think I have enough to do it.
Be on the couch.
Under couch.
30. Yeah, I won't get my charge like I wanted to, but I'll try it again.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
13.
13, you're able to get up this time.
Cool. I don't get my fun charge bonus, but I'll get up there, and I assume I still am a giant
As soon as
boar.
you enter the anti-magic shield, your form reverts back to a small little halfling girl, as the description of wild shape says that you magically transform into creatures of your choice.
Cool. Well, Kelfie learned something today. Okay. So that not working and being in her normal state, she's going to take and seeing him having to step out to cast a spell, she assumes even if she's in the circle casting a spell. Well, I don't know, would casting a spell within the circle, it would just be outside of the circle that it would. I don't know. Great, this is fun.
This is D&D.
Yep.
It's a puzzle, figure it out.
Usually I love puzzles. Except this time. Okay, then I'm just going to, out of desperation, cast Hold Person on him.
Okay.
In the sphere.
I'm pretty sure. Let me make sure I'm gonna read it. But I'm pretty sure this does work because it's cast within the sphere and the target is within the sphere. Let me see. Because it's not the actual spell anti-magic field, it's something a little bit different.
Kick him in the dick.
It does work.
Oh boy.
So he needs to roll a what?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. He has advantage on this. Oh, wait, no, it's not charmed. It's not charmed, right?
No, it's just hold.
So just a straight roll, but that's still. 17
Yep, he saves.
saves. So he
Also,
looks.
Frank disappears because
Oh!
that was
Well, yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
because
You're
it's a
right.
concentration spell,
Yep.
even if it's not successful.
Yeah. So
Figured.
Frank
Bye, Frank.
disappears, and as you start to cast the spell, he just looks towards Pildor. It just disappears, fades out of
Thanks, Frank.
existence.
Maybe if I don't die before my next turn, I'll bring you back.
Pildor kind of looks at you after casting your spell, and he just chuckles, doesn't even give you the light of day after that.
Yeah.
And it is now Avra's turn. Rev, you are on deck.
Okay. So Avra's a little freaked out that Kelpie's up there doing the thing. So I think I'm gonna use
As usual.
my action to dash up to my girl.
Okay.
I can get right there. And then
I'll say you're like climbing the pedestal with the last of your
yeah, like
movement.
here.
Oh, there you're good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good there.
And I would. Am I in the circle enough to cast a spell?
That is the silence.
It
circle
depends
that
on
you're-
what spell you're about to cast. Yeah.
That's not the anti-magic circle. The dark blue circle is the silence circle.
Okay. I'm just wondering, because Kelpie is inside the circle and I am outside the circle, if I could give her Dragon's Breath or not.
You don't think you
Probably not. I don't think that I could. Okay, well then I'm gonna be right there, and that's me.
could? Alrighty. Rev, you are up. Ray, you're on deck.
Rev is going to move up using his bonus dash action to move up behind the minion person schmuck and try and stab him in the back with his rapier.
Do it.
Okay,
They were made aware, so this is not going to be sneak attack.
Right.
Yeah, but whatever you were about to say, it started with the 20 hits.
Yeah. That's 10 points of slashing damage.
10 points of slashing damage. Yes, you walk over to the man as he's kind of like, you see that he's just a normal human man dressed in an Emerald Union cloak. And he's kind of like looking around at the chaos that's going on, and you take out your rapier and you shove it into his back. And it hurt him bad, but he is still standing. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn, yes.
Okay, Ray, you are up. Elliot's on deck.
Alright. Well, there's already a lot going on this pillar, and I don't really feel like jumping.
I just realized that you guys see different things than what I'm seeing on my roll 20. It's not too far off, but the positioning is a little off. Anyway.
It's ruined.
So you're saying that I have killed all of them and jumped?
Yes, yeah, that's what I said.
That's what I'm seeing.
Yep.
So I'm gonna come up, do some movement here behind this bad boy. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out my big old hand axe.
Give him a little chop.
Yeah, give him a little choppy. Into the back there. And that's gonna be 18 plus 5 to hit.
That hits for sure.
Yeah, I bet. Okay. And it's gonna be 5 points of damage on this one. I'm gonna go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and take another little swing
Do it.
at him. Preferably in the neck area,
Okay.
which is a little more vulnerable. And that's gonna be a 20 dirty to hit.
That hits.
And I'm going to hit and use him. Oh, that's only 3 points of damage.
All right, but you do cause a good amount of damage as you walk up and you first dig it into his right side, and then pull it out, and then chop into his left shoulder as he turns to you, bleeding, his emerald cloak already starting to soak with crimson blood, as he looks at you with a furrowed brow and a very angry glare. Is that the end of your turn?
You said he turns around to me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna like take him on the shoulder, but like, you know, just kind of like keeping the distance. I don't really want him to touch me because you.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna make like not eye contact with Kildor, but I'm looking at Kildor, and I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay.
For my next.
You reach out with the spell, and the spell is consumed, but it has no effect.
Oh, it doesn't.
He's within the anti-magic field, and so your spell has no effect on him.
But why are spells so confusing to read sometimes? Because it says that so like I can't mark him.
Yeah.
Magically.
Magically. Yeah. It has nothing to do with your spell or a wrong use of it.
I was gonna say because it's like because it's not technically. It's just like to deal extra damage.
Yeah, you could.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not your spell's fault.
Yeah.
It's not your spell's fault. It's his magic shield.
Okay, can we just take that back because that's embarrassing. And Ray's not about.
I will say, since you knew that your bramble didn't work, you probably wouldn't have cast the spell. So
Thanks.
yes, you can take that, of course. No
Thanks.
worries. We're all. This is a game.
Oh.
No, I'm saying as in like.
This is life.
No, you're right.
Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna.
That's how I feel.
I'm just gonna not use my bonus action. That's my turn.
Okay. All right. It is Elliot's turn. Pharaoh, you'll be on deck.
Elliot is, since he's just with me right now, going to try and scare the person in front of me.
Okay, yeah. So that's a what saving throw for him?
That is...
Oh, he got a natural 3. He
fails.
Yeah,
it's a DC 10 Wisdom saving throw. So he is frightened for 1 minute.
Yeah, so he's like turns and looks at you after you stab him in the back, and then Elliot just appears on your shoulder, and he goes, "Booga booga booga," and the guy just freaks out and starts screaming, and it's his turn, as it is the Emerald Union Cloak's turns, and then it'll be your turn, Pharaoh. I just didn't want to allude to, and so he will spend his entire turn running away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So he's gonna run all the way over there.
I'm gonna take an opportunity.
Oh yes, yeah, please do, yeah.
That's amazing. Also, thank you for that.
No problem.
Booga booga.
Booga booga booga.
21 to hit.
21 hits, even with your bonus. As he runs away, he's like, ah! And then he turns to run away, and you just stab him again, and he falls to the ground on his knees. This guy is now unconscious, not doing so hot. And then the guy right here, Ray, he turns around to fight you. He is going to cast Chill Touch. And get a 16 to hit. Does that hit? Sorry, I wasn't looking at the cameras. Does that hit 16 for Ray?
Angie, does a 16 hit? Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yes. Sorry.
No worries. Okay, so you take Angie, you take 5 points of necrotic damage.
Just went to get some water. I'm sorry.
And you can not regain hit points until the start of this guy's next turn. So he reaches out to you, and his hand It's not like his actual hand touches you. This like black arcane hand kind of appears out of his own and grabs you, and this chill just goes through your body, causing the 5 points of necrotic damage. The other two have to make saving throws. Is it dexterity, Eric?
Constitution.
Constitution. One got a 19, one got a 5. We'll say the guy on the left got a 19, the guy on the right got a 5.
The 19 saves.
But he still takes half damage, right?
Ooh, that's pretty good. I rolled a 9 and an 8. 17. So 17 on a failed, half as much.
Ooh, so 8. So he still takes 8 points of damage. This guy, the guy on the right, is just immediately evaporated. And
sorry.
And underneath the moonbeam, it just reaches up, and his clothes.
If they're shape changers, they do it at disadvantage. I don't know.
None of these are shape changers,
okay.
but thank you for pointing that out, though. This guy to the left is going to then step out and be like, ah! And he is going to 5, 10, jump up here and jump behind this pillar, trying to hide, not knowing that Elbert is there. So he jumps down behind the pillar and then looks at you.
I immediately just go.
And his eyes go wide, and that's going to be the end of his turn. And it is now Pharaoh's turn. Atticus, you are on deck.
All right. I just got done tying my feline agility boots. So we're going to look up. I'm going to use them.
Okay.
Which means I have 70 feet of movement.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to get as close. This portal's like on the ground level, right?
Yeah, it's like taken up. I mean, it's bigger, honestly, than what's on the map there. It's almost taken up the whole wall.
I'm just going to move like close to the portal on the opposite side of this little pedestal that Peeldor's on.
Yeah.
And I'm going to Sacred Flame the guy that attacked Ray to make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
He gets a 10.
Right, takes 9 radiant.
This guy also just from the ground, and he just burns up, and he is burnt to a crisp. This guy.
All right, I feel bad about that. And then I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith as a bonus action on myself.
All right, give yourself your holy symbol glows, and you kind of take a deep breath, and you feel your AC go up by 2. The colossal makes its clicking noises again. Atticus,
what does?
It is
The what makes a clicking noise?
Atticus, it's your turn.
The what? The
What now?
Blossom,
I
heard
will
colossal.
30 feet of movement to get right here if I can climb up that thing.
Yeah, I would say you can. Yeah, for sure.
And I will just chop Peeldor.
Chop, chop.
That's 7 plus 6, 13.
13 misses.
Then I will attack again. And that's even worse. That's a 9.
9. The first one, you feel like should hit him, but it seems that he might have some magical armor that is currently enwrapping him. And then the second one, he's a little bit quicker than you expected. And is that the end of your turn?
I don't think I can do anything with a bonus action. Yeah, I'll just yeah, that's it.
Okay. Let me see something here.
Actually, I'm gonna do a compelled duel on him. I didn't realize that was a bonus action.
Sure.
So he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. And then that will drop.
14.
That is a fail. Yeah, I have 15.
So what does that mean exactly?
Compelled duel. On a failed save, the creature is drawn to you. For the duration, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than me, and then must make a wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move to a space more than 30 feet.
Okay.
The spell ends if I attack another creature.
Okay, well, this is not an attack roll. All right, so it is his turn, and he looks to all of you, and he just kind of smiles as Kelpie is standing there next to him, and Atticus is right in front of him. Go ahead.
I forgot that I have a D4 on the attack. I don't know if I could do that now.
Yeah.
If not, totally fine.
No, for sure. The 9, it
It
wouldn't
was a
matter.
13.
But
Yeah, 9 wouldn't matter, but 13 maybe. 2, so 15.
he is going to use his reaction to cast shield
That's fine.
and block that. And he is holding the book, and he looks to the rest of you. There's 3 of you currently right in front of him, and he looks to you, Atticus, and the smile kind of fades slightly. He needs to make a wisdom saving throw to step away from you, right?
More than 30 feet.
Oh, more than 30 feet. So he steps just right there, right out of the shield. Basically right here. And then gets out of the shield. So Kelpie, you do get an attack of opportunity on him if you want one. Because I would say he gets close enough that you can take a swipe at him.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I miss.
Okay, cool.
I rolled a 5, so I think at the most it would be a 10.
And then he looks to you, Atticus, and to you, Kelpie, and to you, Avra, and he says, "You fools. You think I don't know who the real target here is?" And he raises a finger without looking. Pharaoh, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Can I counterspell?
You can try.
You get a +4 on it. You're within 10 feet.
Okay.
If it goes.
Plus counterspell.
Also, if anybody outside of the silence can't hear him.
This isn't a... Yeah.
No, I know, but like the conversations.
Oh,
Just, like,
yeah.
I'm focused on the guy who
He
just
just
hopped up
points
next to me.
it.
Well, his hand is outside of the field, but he's still talking to everybody.
For sure. Yeah.
What'd you get on your counterspell?
Well, the way that it works is he has to.
No, you have to roll.
Make
You roll
an
a D.
ability check using your spellcasting ability. Okay.
Yes, you roll a D20. You'll add your intelligence modifier to it.
Plus a D4, right?
No, this is an ability check, not a saving throw. She just read the description. It's counterspell is an ability check. So you just roll your D20 plus intelligence.
Yep. Okay, so this isn't gonna go super well. Okay, that might be okay. 17. Counterspell never works. This would be so amazing.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 9 and I have a +8 intelligence.
How do you have a +8 intelligence?
Oh wait, that's a saving throw. I have a +5, so it's a 14. Fuck
Damn
me,
it.
man. Sorry, y'all.
So the seventh
Oh,
level.
dear.
So the 7th level Finger of Death spell is cast.
Yeah.
Finger of death?
Bye, Matt.
Matt.
Have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Matt, you take 61 points of necrotic damage.
Wait, do I have to make the saving throw?
Oh yeah, make a saving throw. Sorry, Constitution saving throw. I apologize.
All right, I've been rolling
Come on,
twos all
digital
day.
dice.
6.
Oh my god.
Matt,
4.
Matt, you take 61 points of necrotic damage. However, it says a humanoid killed by this spell. I'm assuming this does not outright kill you.
Okay, so how many? 60.
61.
I have 35 hit points now, and my max is 41. So
No, it does
okay, barely.
not. So you do not become a zombie immediately.
Huh.
However, you are unconscious now, and currently making death saving throws.
Hey, our emboldening bond's still up though. Just like
I heard none of it.
And you heard none of that, no. the only people who heard him say, "I know who the real target is really just Kelpie and Atticus. Avra's in the silent circle. Okay, so that is the end of Pildor's turn.
Jesus.
Elbert, it's
Cheese
now
and
your
crackers.
turn. Kelpie, you're
Yeah.
on deck.
This fucker jumps down there, and I'm like already like I've got another arrow ready, and he jumps down. I'm like, just pull it back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nat 20, 27.
Hits for sure, yeah.
Yeah. So that's 7.
This guy had
That's 12 points of damage.
Yeah, this guy, I mean, he was already hurt by the moonbeam.
Right through, I like pulled like through his head. It hit the back behind it, like went all the way through.
Yeah, it's just like because you're so close to him, and it's just at full draw that the arrow just goes all the way through his head. It's almost like a bullet, and he just falls down to the ground. So you still have your other attack if you want to release it onto Pildor.
Yeah, I jump up. No, I move to here.
Okay.
Still like down behind it.
Yeah, I'll say when you get down to that shorter end, it's a little bit lower, but you can still crouch behind it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take my next attack and go for him.
Do it.
Come on, give me another nat 20 just for fun. Or a 10. I got 10.
10 misses, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use my bonus action to use second wind.
Okay.
And regain. Please some fucking 16. Oh, not too shabby. 15 points.
15 points of healing. All right. So yeah, you kill the first guy. The second arrow misses, and you kind of steel yourself, knowing that now with this regained hit points, maybe you'll be able to focus in on your next attack. Kelpie, it is now your turn. Avra, you're on deck.
Did he step back into?
Yeah, he's in the anti-magic circle.
So
now.
he's in the same little anti-magic circle. Okay.
Yeah.
And then question about like items, because I have my necklace of mirror image and my ring of dragon's breath that I might want to use.
Mm-hmm.
Is it an action or bonus action to like use that?
The ring is an action, and the mirror image is also an action. Yeah, because that's a spell. Yeah.
Would they both count as like casting a spell?
Yes, but not like through your spell slots, through the items.
Right, but if I had like a bonus action spell, I couldn't cast it after.
That's a good question. I'll say specifically with items that you can.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that would make sense.
They're an action. Okay.
However, I will say when you pull these items out, and I know that this is weird. I reread the thing. Technically, I shouldn't even have allowed you to cast Hold Person, but your magic items are inert within this magical circle.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
Great.
I'll allow you guys to cast spells on each other within the circle,
okay.
But magical items going through the shield.
My ring is
there.
just a ring.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Well, good to know for later, sometime other.
Like I said, I shouldn't even have let you cast Hold Person on it, but.
Yeah. Well, if we're still gonna be able to do that, I'm gonna summon Frank again.
Okay. Just within this little area.
Just within the circle.
Yeah, real crowded in the.
It's real crowded, but hey, here we are.
Let me bring Frank back. Does Frank attack?
Yes. But I'm going to then, because I saw Pharaoh go down.
You did, yes.
And so I would like to. Well, side question: would I have some medicinal things that could heal him without using a spell? Because I had my herbalism kit.
You could, not heal him, but make it so he's not rolling death saving throws.
Okay, and then would that count as a bonus action since I just did a action?
That's an action.
Did we decide if healing potions are bonus actions?
On yourself, they are. Giving them to someone else is an action.
Okay. Well, I will still. let Frank attack, and I'm gonna move next to Pharaoh to heal him at some point.
Okay. What's Frank's attack?
And then Frank's gonna attack. Does he get any advantage?
No.
No? Cool. I gotta pull that spell up again to know what my bonus for this is. He got a... Where did it go? Spell attack modifier. A 15.
15 hits.
Sweet.
Avery, you're on deck, just so you know.
So he takes 10 piercing plus 6 force damage.
Ooh. So yeah, this little is he fuming again?
Yes, he's fuming.
Yeah,
he's always
so-
fuming. If it's Frank, he's fuming.
And so Frank appears. You motherfucker! And he comes up and he just like stabs Pildor right in the thigh and like pulls it down slightly. This thick gash of blood appears in Pildor's slacks, and yeah, I mean it caused him a good amount of damage. Pildor's pissed off. All right, Avra, you're up. Rev, you're on deck.
Alright, so I am going to bop over here, bibbidi bobbidi boo. And I've got the greater and superior healing potion, so I'm gonna go with what we've got the most of.
Okay.
And give him a greater healing potion.
Okay.
Ooh, good roll. A total of 18
Nice, thank you.
points. Yeah, for sure.
What happened? I didn't hear anything.
And then I'm gonna just, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Dragon's Breath on myself, and I just have it.
Okay, sure. Oh wait, no, you can't do that because it's a. You can't cast 2 spells at the same time.
I didn't. I gave him a healing potion.
Oh, sorry. Yep, cool. Yep, you're good. You're good. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
All right, Rev, you are up. Ray, you are on deck.
Great. Try and get here. Is that stepping up on this pedestal is a thing?
Yeah, but you have enough movement that you can do it. It's only 5 feet.
Yeah.
It's just hard for a giant boar.
Right. Well, it just felt like it was such a big deal to get up there at one point in time that I was like, wait.
Yeah.
So yeah, I run up there, vault up onto the pedestal, and
Cool.
Not able to cast any, magic through the anti-magic field, but able to swing a sword through it.
Able
I
to
also
stab.
do, because silence is only kind of hindering us at this point in time, I think, and being able to communicate, I will drop the silence.
Okay, alright, so silence is dropped. And then I will get rid of that. And then, yeah, you're able to stab through the field. You get advantage on this and sneak attack.
Oh.
Frank's giving you a little advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, motherfucker.
24.
24
to
hits
hit.
for sure.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
With the sneak attack, that is 17 points.
Ooh, girl. Yeah, he, you, as he's dealing with the gash in the side of his leg, you take your rapier, stab it right through the side of his abdomen. He drops the spell book on the ground, looks to at all of you around him. That's enough. Is that the end of your turn, Rev?
Yes.
All right, Ray, you are up. Elliot's on deck.
I wanna, having observed all that's happened up here, step over this dead boy. 20. I'll make my way onto this very crowded pillar, and as I kind of get up there, and I see him drop this book, I want to go for the book.
Okay.
And like do a little snatcheroo with the rest of my movement. He probably will get opportunity attack if I.
No, you don't leave his melee range. Are you trying to grab it without anybody noticing?
I could be doing that. Yes.
It's up to you.
That sounds like a fun adventure.
All right, well then roll a sleight of hand check.
Oh, a sleight of hand?
Yeah, if you don't want anybody to notice.
Oh, I thought it'd be a stealth. Sleight of hand is a little less enticing. We're gonna try it though, because I made it this far. 16.
16. Is anybody's passive perception above a 16? Rev's is.
Yeah.
I think Pharaoh's is as well.
Mine is, yeah.
All right, so Rev and Pharaoh, you notice you grab the book. Nobody else does.
Ray up to more shady shit.
I would say that's your movement and bonus action, so you have an action left.
Well, I'm gonna pretend like they didn't.
You don't know that you don't notice that they notice.
I know, but I just want us to have it. I'm doing good, you guys. So you said I have an action left?
Yeah.
Oh, for good measure, I'm just gonna do a little slitty slit, hand axey swipey swipe.
Okay.
Because I'm in range, might as well. Oh wait, no, that's not my hand axe dice. Oh, nat 20 plus 5.
Nat 20. Jeez, a pedo is. Yeah, that hits for sure.
All right. And oh shit. 7 points of damage. And then I'm gonna do it again.
Do it. That was only 7 for did you double the dice?
Oh, I double on nat 20s. I forgot. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
So,
Make sure you get as much as you can.
12.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the second hand axe strike is another fucking nat 20.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you.
All right.
Gentle roll. All right. I know that didn't help at all, but now you can see a 20. Wow. Okay. This is for Ben.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
10. So 12 and a 10.
All right. You chop into him. The axe digging into his collarbone. You chop into his side. It breaks a rib. He falls down on his knees. He's looking hurt. And because of this, he's going to take his one legendary action that he is allotted. You want to stop me? You can. I'm going to make sure you regret it. He looks to you, Pharaoh. You coming with me. And he goes to cast a spell. He points to you.
What a spell?
Alright. Roll a d20 plus your intelligence as
I don't want to go.
as Hildor is about to cast Disintegrate, a 6th level spell. You are going to have to get a 16 or above.
Are you kidding me? I'm like, do I have inspiration? How can I fix this? I got a 15.
15.
Could I have given my own DM inspiration to her?
I have always said that DM inspirations can be given.
What did you say the disintegrate
I'm gonna
That
give it
was-
to her.
I'm coming
gonna
back
give
as
it to her.
Frank.
Can I do it?
Yes.
Yeah. Roll a d20 again and add your intelligence
I
modifier.
couldn't watch it. 17.
Motherfucker!
I rolled a 10 and then a 12, and I have a +5.
I said to myself, I was like, this is the session. One of them's dying. One of them's dying in this session.
This is maybe the first time counterspell has ever worked.
I said, it is on film that I said, when you have DM inspirations, as long as the other person doesn't have one, you can freely give a DM inspiration away.
Thank
All right,
you.
so he goes to cast Disintegrate. A green bulb of arcane energy appears in his hands. Abra, last second, reaches out and casts Counterspell, and the spell fizzles out in his hands. His eyes go wide. Pharaoh, it's your turn, buddy.
Get him.
I look at Abra, like, oh my gosh, I feel like I owe you my life.
I'm like as stunned as Pharaoh is.
I'm just like staring at you wide-eyed.
Just kind of stare back equally wide-eyed.
He seems mad at me. So I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself with my action.
Okay.
I don't know if that wouldn't have helped with the Disintegrate, but it'll make me feel better. I give myself 5 HP.
I really thought it was gonna happen. I felt bad about it, but I was kind of excited.
It would have been really great since Matt got disintegrated in the one-off.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I
I
have
forgot about
recent
that.
experience being disintegrated. That's my action, and then as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself. Actually, no, I can't.
Yeah, you
can't.
can't
I
do
already
that,
cast
yeah,
a spell. So I'm gonna run around. I don't know. I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna stay still.
All right, you're just still kind of flabbergasted about
Yeah.
what's been going on. All right, Atticus, finish us off.
All
man.
right. I will move, so I get advantage and flank Pildor, good old Pildy.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna attack him. I'm gonna attack him twice.
Do it.
That's a 20 something to hit.
That hits.
And then I will pump a second level Divine Smite into it.
Noise.
Hey, Atticus.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this, my man?
All right.
As you are looking down at Pildor's Swift Dream, for a moment the screams of the people in Barrett Square fill your mind. The visage of Gavin Whitleaf appears. The visage of Guillaume appears. You are reminded of the pain caused by this man, and you see him looking at you wide-eyed. You feel the almost lightning-like arcane energy, divine energy, I should say, from Lyra, pumping up your arm and your sword as you stare down at this man, this culprit behind so much evil and so much hurt. How would you like to do this?
I'm gonna just kick him down so he's on his knees. And I'm gonna just say, this is for everyone you took from us, and I'm gonna just chop his head off.
He falls down and he looks at you and he kind of has a smirk, and then you say that to him and that smirk fades, and the last emotion you see on his face is terror as you swipe the sword, and there's nothing but silence for a moment, and then his head falls to the ground. Immediately, you hear another loud, long, deep groan and clicking coming from the portal. You look to the portal and all of you see the ground on the other side of the portal shaking. the cracked red landscape moving until it gives way in a rocky dirt explosion as you see the creature from Pharaoh's dream months ago exit the ground as a giant scorpion about the size of an entire building exits the ground. Where its eyes are just holes where flames endure. The tail of the scorpion curls over top, the stinger made out of flame itself, as it scrunches with its pincers. As it does, sparks flying off of the pincers as it rumbles towards the portal, and the portal blinks out of existence. The noise stopping. Everything for but a moment. Silent. And that is where we will take our little break. And we will come back to the aftermath of this battle. Congratulations. You have just finished arc number 2 of this campaign.
Woo!
Wow.
And no one died.
And no one died.
No one even came
Pildor.
close.
Knock on wood. My God. Someone's
We
gonna
will,
I
hold
really
on to
thought
it.
that thing was coming through, and he was just like, "Oh, I thought I was gonna kill someone," and it was by a giant scorpion.
We will be right back. Go ahead and get some stretching and some water in you and stuff, and stay tuned. We won't be gone long. Bye. We'll be right back.
Bye.
Bye. Hello.
Whoa.
Welcome back to
Hey.
Charmed Persons. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Where we just left off, the gang had found their way into the here I should play.
Do you guys hear that?
What's up?
I hear music now.
Okay, good. There's an ice cream truck in my neighborhood playing songs. And I was like, I hope this doesn't ruin the mood.
No, I can't hear that. That's
Man,
what it
now
is.
I want ice cream.
Yeah, I know. So, the gang had made their way down into the ritual chamber, where they discovered that Pildor and some members of the Emerald Union were currently doing a ritual, opening a portal to what seemed to be some other plane, where a large scorpion colossal creature made its attempted appearance. The battle was quick, through a very lucky counterspell use. No one was permanently harmed other than the enemy. And Pildor, aka Xavier Synax, who was behind the horrific attack on Barrett Square and the cause of death of so many people, family members, friends, was now dealt with and lying dead on the floor. And you all take a moment to realize what has just happened. And what would you like to do?
I hop over the column and rush over to his body, hearing everything go very silent after a nice little shook. And I take his severed head, I put it under my boot, and I crush it into oblivion.
No need
Fair.
for
There's
any...
no chance that anyone's coming back as a zombie or anything. Without the head, he can't do anything.
I'm gonna send Frank to go make sure that these guys are actually dead and to search their bodies.
They
I-
are. Sorry, go ahead.
I do want to also search like the body, specifically the one that I murked, and then at some point in time, like drag his body behind column and set up a blood draining situation.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll say, Elburn, no need for any rolls or anything. You crush the dude's head pretty immensely, as long as you want.
Yeah, there's a couple extra ones in there.
Yeah. Frank goes, and they are all dead, but he still stabs all of them multiple times. And starts looking through their bodies. And Rev, you go up to the one that you killed. Frank is stabbing him a bunch. And then as you walk up, he looks up at you. And kind of gives you like a little fake out, and then runs over to another body, starts stabbing it. Actually, he walks over to the pile of what is just robes, because the body was disintegrated by moonbeam, and he's just stabbing the robes.
I love Frank.
He's reckless.
And
Everybody loves Frank, but God, Elliot.
go ahead and make a investigation.
Every ounce of respect for you guys.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
I'm gonna
That
kill
for
him.
me, for Frank?
Yes, for both Frank and for Rev.
Oh, okay.
23.
23.
Investigation is intelligence. Is he smart? I don't know. Okay, he's decently smart. 15.
You both find everything there is to find on all the bodies.
Like what?
Sorry.
Like what?
The DM
Nothing.
the DM is snapping.
Some cheese.
A salami.
You can turn this guy to salami with the create salami spell.
Each one has a regular healing potion, so there's 4 regular healing potions. 20 gold each, so 60 gold pieces. 80 gold pieces. And a component pouch for each of them.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all I got.
Rev, do you take all your one person's? 'Cause I'll have Frank bring me back the other 3.
Yeah, I'll take the items from
Okay.
the one that
Marked.
Do you see Rev pulling a body like behind the column?
It depends on if Rev's trying to hide it or not.
I like kind of counting on like people just being busy with other stuff, but I'm not like, I mean, I'm not going to be able to sneak off of the body, so I'm just kind of, I'm tastefully moving it to like out of sight, but I'm not.
Here, how about this? Eric, roll an insight check.
Tastefully moving it out of sight.
Like I'm going to the breastfeeding room of the
9.
9.
Oh
You
my
do like
God.
occasionally glance at Rev, but every time you see him, he's not doing anything overtly weird, and you're not really noticing that he is getting farther and farther away every time you look at him. So you just kind of don't really notice it, unless you're just watching Rev. And if that's what you're doing,
I
then
would be looking through Pildor's stuff and like just
Hildor has Elburn's journal on him.
I
He
would
has-
immediately look for his spell book on him.
You don't see it.
For sure, yeah.
He has an emerald arcane focus that is at the end of a like golden, basically just a scepter. It just looks like a scepter that he had in his robe. He has a total of 150 gold on him. And he also has a blank piece of parchment on him as well.
I start gathering materials that I have on me and start to build a small campfire and light it while I'm standing on top of the little plants, right next to his Pildor's body.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what you could use to start a fire, though. I mean,
I do have a torch.
Yeah, you have a torch. Yeah, you have stuff. Yeah, you have
Yeah.
stuff.
So I'm setting that up, And as I'm doing that, I look over.
Also, Kelpie can just make a fire, so.
Mhm.
Also
Oh, yeah.
true.
Well, no, I'm
Give
doing it.
Avra the blank parchment. Say, I found this on his body. I don't know if it's blank or if it's something's hidden on it. I don't know.
Can I do just like first an Arcana check on it
Yeah.
before I cast the spell?
Mm-hmm.
Arcana. 15.
15. You don't necessarily notice anything overtly magic about it, but with a 15, I will say, knowing who this guy is, knowing what magics are available, there might be some like illusory script on this.
Okay, I'm out of third level spells.
Do we need to do a short rest? I don't know if you can get spells back by that.
I can get a third level spell slot back.
No, you've already done that.
Oh, I've already done that.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah, they did a short rest today earlier.
Let's maybe just hold on to this. If I have the spell illusory script, can I like decipher illusory script with it?
No, that's not how it works. So.
Let's hold on to this until tomorrow.
There's.
Take it.
Has anybody seen?
If you cast like, even if you cast like identify, I think you'd be. I would say you'd be able to read it.
Maybe true sight. Too.
Oh, I could. Yeah, I
Also
can.
true
I'll cast
sight.
identify.
Where am I journaling?
Yeah, Kelpie has that. You could see it with that eye patch that Kelpie has.
Hey, Kelpie. Eye patch. You got the eye patch?
Yeah, I haven't taken it off. I think it's cool, so I just constantly wear it.
Will you come look at this?
Yeah. Do I need to look at it with the special thing, or can I just look at it? Because I'm just looking at it and I don't see anything different.
With the special thing.
Okay, then I'll activate the special thing.
You see, you're not great at reading, but you are able to tell that it is a letter from Avra's mom to Pildor.
It's a letter from your mom.
Any drawings?
No drawings.
Oh my god. Sick.
You fiends.
It's a circle and a line, and I.
No.
Cool.
It's a
Okay, so
hot
if I
dog
did
on a
cast,
holiday.
if I did cast
Eggplant.
identify, would we be able to like see it? Would all of us be able to like see it, or just me?
I honestly don't know. But I would say just you. If it doesn't even work, it would be just you.
If you have another piece of paper, I could just copy what I see, or try to copy what I mean.
Let's just hold on to it. We can do this maybe later. Maybe not in a spooky tower. I don't
Where's
know.
my
where
spellbook and journal?
Can I quickly read it and see what the gist is? Even before the.
It basically just seems to be the last letter that she sent to Pildor, asking if everything that she heard were to be true, and if it was, that, she was like deeply ashamed and like angry with him.
Okay, say that out loud.
Has anybody seen the spell book? I'm trying to figure out if we can see where he was, what this portal was to.
Hey, so two things. Number one, I have the spell book.
Oh, cool. Can I see it?
Yeah, real quick though. Fill me in just real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Did your mom know Pildor? Was your mom and Pildor, were they
From behind the column,
yeah.
extensively.
I'm gonna say yes, and if you'd like to know more, talk to Elliot sometime.
She's not wrong.
This seems like something I wish I would have known.
It's something I wish I wouldn't have known. So if you'd like the information, you can take it.
You're gonna get us banned.
Yeah.
Was that the drawing? That was just two little hats.
Yeah.
Those are just two wizard hats
they're
she's
just
holding in
boob
front
hats.
of her.
Yeah, because she gave birth to two wizards.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, so spellbook.
I move forward.
Should
I
I?
just stick my hand out and say, "Give it to me."
Well, should I look through it with my
What?
special eye
You can
and
give
see
it
if
to Avra.
anything?
No,
you know,
we're gonna
I just
destroy
want
it.
to say that I have proven myself pretty trustworthy and I have a lot of education, and I will totally let you guys see this, but may I please look at it first?
We're destroying it right now so that no one looks at it ever.
I need to know. We need to know where that monster was. We need
I
to.
want to look at it now.
I firmly like stick my hand, like I'm standing in front of Ray, like my back is to whoever's there, but I'm like standing in front of her with that, saying I'm throwing it in that fire.
Elburn, we might have been really cool with you yesterday.
Today is a different day.
Last yesterday.
And we do support you, but you can't demand this kind of trust from us when you haven't proven that we should trust you.
We also
There's no
can't give the
reason that
man
any
who
As
destroyed
they-
it is helpful.
As they are arguing, I just jump off the pillar and start like running
Okay.
with the spell book, just like I got the spell book.
We
run
can't give
after
the
her.
man who destroyed a city a powerful mage's spellbook.
I trust
That doesn't
Abra
make
to
any
do the right
And
thing
I
with
look
it.
back as I'm running, going, I got the spell book. I look at Atticus and I go, no, duh.
And I would try to chase after her.
I look at all of you and go, there is no reason that anyone in here should lay their eyes on it for any reason. The magic that was contained in there was world ending. There is no reason that you should even have a remote idea of how to do any of that. It's going in that fire.
I don't
It is
want to
being
know how to
destroyed
do
without
it.
anyone looking at it.
I don't
If it's
want to know
going
how
in the
to-
fire, you're not throwing it in the fire.
I am absolutely throwing it in the fire. That is my curse that I put on the world. I'm putting it in that fire.
I would tell Frank telepathically or however we communicate to always keep himself between Elburn and the spellbook.
Elburn,
Yeah, Frank.
everywhere you go is just the satyr right in front of you going, what? What?
I kick that satyr directly in the face as hard as possible if he keeps stopping me.
Elburn? Hey, Elburn, please don't make me use magic on you because I will.
I
Already
still am
have.
trying to get the spell book. I'm going to destroy that.
I mean, I would not let Elburn get the spell book.
I mean, currently
No.
Ray is running around. They both have the same speed. So
Who? Me and Elburn?
yeah.
The race will never be won.
I'm
I'm
gonna
just-
look at it.
I pull out my longbow. I said, you will not look at it. I'm not kidding. This is the most dangerous book in existence right now. No one should be looking at it. It needs to go in the fire.
There's no reason to pull out your bow, Elburn.
If you're going to stop me from doing this, I'm going to stop anyone from looking at it.
There's way more of us than you.
Doesn't matter. I already killed millions of people. Why don't we just keep going on with the trend? I'm
I think-
destroying that book. And
Maybe.
you for sure see, like, there's a very frazzled look in his face. He's like, even during the fight, he was, like, kind of calm. But now he's like, no. Like, he's knowing that Pildor had it and knowing that he wants to destroy it. Knowing that he was, like, trying to use it for whatever he was trying to do is just, like, he's set off. He wants to destroy that with every fiber of his being.
But reading this book will help us figure out to try to stop another Pildor from happening.
That's
We
weird.
can't
This
just-
book will stop the information with Pildor.
Elburn, I will destroy it. I gave myself Dragon's Breath earlier. I haven't used it. I will destroy it. But
Do you think that we can just
have to
throw?
figure out where that monster is and make sure that it can't get out of there.
Can I
all
roll
I want to know.
a history check to see if I would have known where it came from?
Yes.
By the way, I totally call that Scorpion.
Do you really not remember that dream?
No, I don't.
Does anybody
As soon as
else
you said
remember that dream?
Scorpion, I
No.
remembered it.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't remember any mention of scorpions.
12.
You don't know.
It doesn't matter where it came from. The ability to summon it was in that book and that book alone. No one should look
You
at
don't
it.
know
Abra,
that.
I was in your
You don't
position.
know that, Elburn.
Now,
You don't know
I
that
was
it's in that book
in your
alone.
position thousands of years ago, where I thought I was just learning new things and
I
just
don't want to
exploring
learn
what
from
it
it,
is.
Elburn. I don't want to learn how to do any of it.
Why don't we take a vote?
Yeah.
What if? Yeah.
I think the owner of the book should have the biggest vote.
I'm not talking about your journal. I'm talking about his spell book.
I think people who've killed millions of people don't.
The
get
spellbook
votes.
is also Elburn's. The journal and spellbook are both Elburn's. Sorry, just to clear that. Just to
The last time you had that book, you destroyed this city. So I don't think you should get more than. You shouldn't even get a vote. I think you're a little bit too tied to this book.
Yeah.
It's only fitting that the person who created such evil destroys it.
We'll give you 2 votes, but Frank also gets a vote.
Cool.
I think Elliot
I think
gets
that's a
vote.
good split.
Yeah.
Can I vote for Tiny?
Yeah, you can vote in absentee
you know
for
how you
Tiny.
I'll vote for Gustav then.
Yeah, what about Bitskit?
I'll vote for
Biscuit
Drigo.
and Gidget, should we call them down?
Yeah.
I'm leaning like against the pillar, like somebody who's just waiting for gas to like fill up in there.
So
Are we
are you
voting?
gonna chill?
No, I want to destroy that book.
We're gonna destroy it.
No
We're
one should
gonna
look
destroy
at it. No one should look at it.
I think we
There's
need to
no
learn.
point to having that in your knowledge. Someone can go into your mind and pull that shit out of you.
All
if
right,
they
then we're
want.
gonna take a vote. Who thinks I should look at the book before we destroy it?
Frank's also raising his hand.
I take out my whip and I attempt to pull the book from Ray's hand.
I would try and attack.
Why are you always whipping me?
I'm going for the
Me-
I
book.
try to stop.
I
the
got
book.
it. I don't
If
care
you're
what
Also
you're
gonna
doing.
stop
action
him.
at all, I misty step behind him.
Yeah, I would say even if you get the whip on the book, they're going to be on top of you. So you now have Atticus and Rev on top of you.
I am
And Frank.
actively trying to get out of both of their grips.
Who's to say I haven't already been looking?
Frank's
at this
just
book
kicking
already?
you in the shins.
If I can get to Frank, I'm gonna punt him as far as I can. The other two, I'm not trying to like break bones, but like
Frank is staying just out of your reach. You can try to get out of both of their grips, but 2 people are holding you. I'm not gonna have players rolling against players that much. So both of them currently have a hold of you.
We will destroy
I'm still fighting against it.
Elburn,
as hard as possible.
what if we had a non-magic user look at it? What if I didn't look at it? We had someone else look at it and figure out maybe
No,
where
any
this
of us
plane
are.
was.
Have
And then
Frank
Does
read it.
anybody know where that was? And I like look around while I'm still like.
It's not important if we know. We're not going to try to summon that thing. We don't know who else knows.
Does anyone want to try to find out?
Like
I
a
already did and failed. So
like a history
Like
check.
just as a
Yeah.
general history.
Yeah, Kelpie, nice try. Yeah, Pharaoh, you go ahead. Yeah, Pharaoh, Rev, and Abra.
Make a what?
History or religion?
Kelpie knows nothing.
I'm sorry, but she just doesn't.
No, it's fine. Maybe it's for exciting things like just charging into a anti-magic chamber, basically.
I got a 12.
Got a
Okay.
17.
I'm going to use my last lucky of the day. And roll to get if I get any higher. Got a 13 as my highest roll.
Okay. With a 17, the 12 and the 13 don't do much, but with a 17, I will say, you don't know what the creature was, but the landscape was very elemental plane of fire.
Do I know if this is something that like it's normal for like high level magic users to have access to?
You know that there is high level magic that exists that would let you get to the elemental plane of fire. Magic that lets you open a portal as large as you just saw
Mm-hmm.
is kind of crazy.
Anybody know where it is?
I mean, it seems like it was probably from the elemental plane of fire.
Then that's all we need to know. The book does not matter. It needs to be destroyed without anybody looking at it.
Okay, Elburn, I am down to vote for that, but you are not going to touch it.
I'm going to be the one to destroy it.
No, I feel like this is a pretty right in the middle compromise, man.
yeah,
I jerk my head over to the fire and I go, "That's why I built it."
I have dragon's breath right now.
We don't know. You're not touching this book, Elmer.
I'm the one who did this. I'm going to end it.
You can watch it end. You're lucky enough to do that.
You can clean up the ashes after.
I for sure, like, in that moment, look at Atticus, and there's a loss in his eyes where he's like, and I look back down and I go, of all the people who would be on my side with me being the one to end this, I felt like it would be you.
I'm on your side, and I don't think you realize that.
I'd silently shake my head and I go, that can't be true. And then I'd stop struggling against you guys.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, Elburn, you already ended this. This is you ending this. We're all doing this together, okay? We are asking for a little bit of token of trust from you to restore some trust.
I told her I would end it. You know how that ghost left me? I told her that I would be the one to end this.
And you did.
No, I already betrayed her once. This would be far worse than what I did, and what I already did was horrible. The look in her eye that she had let me know. She knew that I was actually going to end this. For real. Not just some plot like it was the first time.
Who's she? Who are you talking about? Who was the ghost?
The last one that I fought before I broke the city, we were intimate. No, we were in love. And I did the worst thing you could do to somebody right before I ruined everything. And a steady tear is now just like going down his face. And he's getting more slack in y'all's grip as this is happening. I butchered the people that I had known for years because they wanted to stop me from doing it, from doing what I was going to do. And it was just her left. It's just me and her. And she's always put up a better fight than I ever could. The rest of them were easy. Once I decided that I wanted them dead, they were gone. But she had the gods on her side. And for a brief moment, I said, I can't do this. I'm sorry. I've gone so wrong. And she approached me the last time as any sort of lover or partner. And as she got up to me, I killed her. Right when she had her guard down, at the most hopeful moment that she could possibly have, that she got through to me. And I betrayed her so deeply and still broke my city and destroyed everything and brought myself to where I'm at now. And as she had me and brought me to that place, and as she approached me while she possessed me, it's a miracle that she believed me and left me, because she had every right to kill me right then and there. She could have squeezed my heart, turned me to ash, and I would have deserved it. But she believed me when I said that I would end it. I meant it. I can't go back on my word to her again, and I can't sit by and watch. I need to place that book in that fire myself and watch it burn. I don't mind if you all watch me do it and hold me at sword point and shackle me so I can't move anywhere. I'm throwing that book in the fire myself. Please. And as I look up, you see like the other eye also is like steadily streaming. Is this the first time that he's fully been as vulnerable as he is right now? The grip, like he's ragdolling in y'all's hands at this point and just sobbing.
I insight check. I mean, I as a player do not believe he's lying, but me as Kelpie.
No, that's
insight
fair.
Check.
Yeah,
Atticus will let go of him.
I'm not letting go. He just told us a story about how he like used duplicitous actions to get people to lower their guard. I have locked down harder on you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your insight check?
15.
15. He seems to be telling the truth. He also seems to be just purely desperate. Just desperate.
I'd tell Frank to move aside.
Frank does move aside, but as he does.
Literally just like
He as a player loves Frank. Elburn is just in a raw place.
And Ray still has the book, right?
Ray does still have the book, yeah.
I'll walk over to Ray and hold my hand out for it.
I also don't know if we should give a 12-year-old a magic.
I can't do anything to stop this because I'm dealing with this right now. But I think maybe, I don't know, Avra, do you want to stop?
She's muted.
I would step for like in front of Kelpie and say, Kelpie, I got this. I got this.
I think he's telling the truth, and I would want the same. If I promise something to someone, I wouldn't want to go back on that promise.
I think so too.
Then why can't we give him the book now?
Well, I think that's what I was about to do.
Then why are you
My head
stopping me
immediately
from
snaps
doing
up and
it?
goes,
Because I don't want you to get hurt.
Okay.
Who did earlier someone say something about like why don't we have a non-magic user look at it?
Hmm?
Am I the like least magic user besides Elburn?
I guess probably.
Yeah.
You want to give him this book, Avra?
I think that even if he were to decide to open it and do something, there are enough of us here that we could stop him. So I think this is a moment where we can give him trust and he can either break it or gain it forever.
So you want to
There's
give
a
him
lot
this
of-
book?
There's a lot of people in that town, and he killed all of them. I think if he opens this book, there's nothing we can do to stop him. But
Yeah.
I'm willing to put my life in his hands.
Rev?
I think knowing what we know about him, I can't allow him to come in contact with this book again and still like be a part of this. I think it's a mistake to trust him, and I'm not sure that Elburn's even. I think he might be beyond redemption, honestly.
I have manacles and a rope. You can hog tie me and carry me over as long as I'm the person who puts it in that fire. I will not open it. I will put it page down so the pages catch first, which are the fastest to go.
You would have to open it to do that.
The side.
Not if he.
Actually, I should ask you.
Oh,
Is it bound? Is it like a closed book, or is it like a normal like?
I mean, it has a clasp on it, but it's currently unclasped.
Okay. It's like I clasp it, take this stake, and I pull out a wooden stake. I say, drive it through it. I will not open this book. I will place it in that fire, and I will destroy it. I understand that you don't trust me, and I don't blame you, Rev. And I look at him and give him a very sincere like nod of his principles in that. After now being
After Elburn says that, Elliot appears on your shoulder, Rev. He becomes visible, and Elliot walks on down to Elburn and looks you in the face. You have always shown me such contempt. And I need you to know that you are a fucking asshole. And you killed a lot of people, apparently. I'm choosing to believe that is a fact.
Yes.
And you betrayed those people. And you hurt them, and you manipulated them. And you've shown this party nothing but violence. And nothing but negative attitude. And nothing but an obstacle in our way. And yes, I said we. Well, I didn't, but now I did. Just how the phrase goes. Anyway. And then he turns and he looks at Rev. But I also know another thing. I remember what Frey said. I may have just been there gnawing on a bone, but I was paying attention. And he looks back at Elburn. Stop being so fucking annoying. And then he becomes invisible again.
Amazing.
Well,
I give a look to the rest of the group and like look for a sign of assurance from Atticus and Pharaoh and Gabriel, probably.
Yeah, I say give him the book. He's admitted to some terrible atrocities, which makes me very uncomfortable, and he's also been annoying for sure. But you know, I've grown to like Elburn in the moments where he's been vulnerable, and I think he deserves a chance to burn this book.
I think the light in Elburn is not quite snuffed out.
I sort of release my grip and stand up and kind of look to Atticus and extend a hand down to Elburn to help him stand up.
I do, and very slowly open my jacket and show like the manacles right here. Yeah, I move incredibly. Like it takes like a full 5 minutes. Like
I chop off his head.
I look at Rev first and I go, those are manacles right here, and I slowly move, grab the key for them. I throw it like out of everybody's reach. Clasp me if you want.
I don't think we need to clasp you. I think we should.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it.
But hey, Elburn, this is friends trusting each other. Don't fuck it up.
I won't. And I very suppliantly hold my hands out for the book.
I'm gonna.
I just see Eric's face. I'm sorry. That was really funny.
I'm gonna, with the book in one hand and my hand axe in the other, look at Elburn and say, "Go stand by the fire."
I walk with purpose over to the fire.
Stealthily?
Yes, stealthily.
Stealthily with purpose.
No,
Roll your
Are
foot.
we tying the book shut?
It should be shut. I call from the fire. Like I hear that. Like it should be shut.
The fire's right next to you.
Oh, well, I don't know how far away we got with this.
Hey!
Well, I'm back up.
Why are
here
you
now.
yelling?
Where's Elburn?
Sorry.
Oh, I didn't know we were using the actual map. I've not been looking at that.
I was just.
I've just
I'm
been.
not either.
I've just been going like this.
That's what I thought. I was like, are we far away? I don't.
No. So I go. Elburn's at the fire. I'm assuming that everybody else is around the fire as well.
Pretty much, yeah.
Should we have a team meeting
I-
before we give the book to Elburn? Or like give a private meeting without Elburn?
I'm
I
not,
don't know. I don't feel like we should have a game plan.
I'm put my hand axe to his throat. I look at everybody else, and then I look at Elburn. And there's a little moment where I wait to see if anybody's going to stop me, wedding style.
Wedding style.
And then I look at Elburn and I say, if you fuck this up, I will slice your throat right here and right now. And you will mean nothing to me, just like you did before.
Damn.
And I nod.
And I keep my hand axe on his throat, and I hold the book like this, and I say, you look at me, and you put this in the fire.
I very slowly, again, 10 minutes until I get to the next.
We're doing Suzuki.
Great, yeah, it's the water station. I grab the book. I'm assuming it's like a chonky motherfucker.
Yeah, as soon as Elburn, as soon as you grab the book,
Don't do a saving throw. I swear to God.
Everyone hears what sounds like a large, loud, bellowing crack of thunder.
Ray's gonna kill me.
I
didn't even do anything.
That
fucking kill me.
That sounds off in the distance. That's all.
Throw it in the
grab
fire.
my sword
Do we
out.
all hear it or no?
Yeah, everybody hears it. Yeah.
I want
Throw
to
it,
look
throw
through Gidget's eyes. He's outside.
Yeah.
See what I can see.
My
Uh,
hands, as they're like there.
Nothing.
The second
Normally.
we hear that, I just go like this and go, I did not do a goddamn thing.
I also have Gustav circling.
Yeah. Nothing. Yeah, they've not reported anything.
I'll check in with him. Like, is there a storm outside?
No, but that was really loud.
I again, my hands are like here. Like I even like lift my neck up so there's more room for like axe to cut. And I was like, I did not do a fucking thing.
Maybe you can't destroy this book.
I like think about that for a second, and I take one finger and I put my finger on the book.
Nothing happens.
I slowly grab it.
Nothing happens.
I put my other hand on it,
Nothing happens.
and then
Still got that.
I don't even like until it gets to the fire. I'm not looking at it, and then I press it with the as close as I can get most paper contact onto the fire.
Yeah.
And hold it on the fire, like fire's like coming up, and I'm just holding it down and staring at Ray for like 5 more seconds, and then glance once at the book and smile as it catches fire.
Elburn.
Please catch fire.
Elburn, you take max damage, 6 points of fire damage. As you are sitting over the fire, holding this book down to the fire. The rest of you see this book begin to catch alight. The flames start licking up the book. As the flames climb up the dark leather-bound book, they become almost a dark purple in color as the flames continue to lick the book, climbing up Elburn's forearms, burning your hands and your forearms, Elburn, as you try to pull them away, but you can't, because you know if you let this book go, that you won't finish the job, and you hear the screams of an entire city of people running away. You hear Bella's voice one last time, Elburn, Elburn, in the distance, as you shove this book into the fire, the flames continuing to lick your hands. You take another 1 point of fire damage as you continue to hold the book. The flames are still burning you, but you know if you let go, you're not going to finish it. Do you keep holding on to the book?
Yeah.
The flames turn black in color as they roar up all the way to your shoulders. You take 3 points of fire damage. as your hands cannot remove from the book now. As the flames continue to erupt, all of you see these flames crawling up Elburn. They're not engulfing him, though, and it's obvious that it's hurting him, but he's not in danger of catching on fire. And you hold this book to the flames. The flames within them almost... You hear a distant roar as you take another 2 points of fire damage.
Do you need help, Elburn?
And you...
Am I still, like, holding?
The flames are able to dissipate. And you look down, and the book is gone. And is basically ash as the flame changes from black to purple to red to the orangish yellow that dances around it. Your hands and lower forearms are completely singed.
Yeah.
But your heart is filled with utter joy. And your lungs fill with oxygen for the first time in a millennia. And the rest of you see a sight that is almost more terrifying than anything else that you could have imagined. Elburn is smiling widely.
Oh, God.
I fall backwards onto the stone and just like sprawl out, fully breathing in, as you say, and just smiling, and then with tears still like streaming down my arms or my eyes, I just kind of shut my eyes and breathe like 3 times, and then look at everybody and go, "Ow."
I'll hold out my hand to help him up.
I'm gonna, before we help him up, I'm gonna immediately just run over and cast 2nd level Cure Wounds.
Okay, yeah.
I was gonna lay on hands.
Oh, were you? Then do
no,
that.
you're fine. Do it.
No. Yours is probably
We all
better.
rush to heal him.
We just all rush to heal him.
I lift my very hurt hand.
And I'll lay on your hand, for 15 healing.
As
I got 13 healing.
Okay, so you got 50, so a total of 28 points of healing towards you. As you reach, go ahead, Rev.
Just while everybody is like seeing that like the job's done, while everybody else like rushes to him, I go and like unhook the body.
Yeah. I will say,
I'm
with everything that's gone down, and the way that you kind of pulled it off, that no one really noticed what happened, and you were able to get a good chunk of blood without really anybody noticing. Which is kind of crazy.
Cool.
Wait, what?
He drained a body, and no one really noticed. Everyone was playing Duck Duck Goose with Elburn.
You killed 1 million people. I think the gods have judged you extremely favorably.
And you are healed, Elburn, as you reach up, and Atticus, his hand kind of glows as you guys clasp, and he pulls you up. The burns on your hand, the pain heals, but the scars do not. As your hands and forearms now permanently, from what you can tell, look to have 2nd and 3rd degree burn scars on them.
Yep. He just looks at Atticus and everybody and just... I know I didn't deserve it, but thank you. A lot of people, a hell of a lot of people can rest. And no good could have come from looking at that.
I wouldn't have done it if you didn't deserve
another like stream of tears, and it's like starting to turn into ugly crying. Like it was graceful before, but now it's like, God.
Oh God. It's embarrassing.
I'm sorry, this is a lot, and he immediately gets nauseous and just like steps off the dais and like is down here like this, and he's out of commission for at least 5 minutes. He's dealt with a lot.
Gross, Elburn.
I'll just go over and like pat his back. Like if I had a broom, I would do that, but like give him a little comfort.
I take a second to myself
Mhm.
and I say a prayer of thanks that I didn't die. But
Yeah.
I not to any particular god, just kind of like throwing prayers out into the ethos a little bit.
Yeah. As you take a moment to yourself, just kind of being like, wow, that was actually really close, and thinking about Drigo and the turn that your life has taken recently, and how much you enjoy the path that you're currently going down, and how much you always put yourself behind other people's needs. But this was, a wake-up call for you that, just because you do that doesn't mean that you don't want to live. And it was a very scary moment that you avoided, and you kind of reach out and process that thanks in a, celestial, universal way. And in the back of your head, you yet again hear a very familiar sound of a waterfall. Water crashing into a small pool of water. And then you start to hear birds chirping. And you feel a warmth that is unnatural for where you're currently at underground. Almost as if you're in the middle of just a warm meadow on a sunny day. And you hear a woman's voice. And she says, "I've been very patient. Soon maybe you'll seek me out. Ask the little one." And that's all you hear.
Right. I nod. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
How you doing, Pharaoh? You took some pretty big licks there.
Yeah, I'm good. It kind of seemed like Piildar wanted to kill me, so that's that sucks.
It did seem that way, didn't it?
You
Avra,
didn't know Pildor, right? Yeah, you did.
Yeah, what was
Never
with
read-
that? And you had the
No.
dream about the scorpion, right? Or you knew about the scorpion. Kelby doesn't know his
I
dream.
definitely
look at
had
that,
a
man.
dream about a scorpion. 100% sure about that.
I'm telling you, it happened, guys. I have a good memory.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I want to thank all of you. Just you guys are great. Even you, Elburn. Love to see that smile.
Even you.
From over there, all you see is just like.
Yeah, that was pretty scary, and I kind of felt my life flash before my eyes. Avra, I owe you a life debt. I don't know. You guys are all just the best thing that's happened to me in a long time.
So you really have no idea why he would have been targeting you more specifically. No.
The person who dreamt about the monster he was trying to summon.
You have no
idea.
inkling there.
I mean, maybe I'm the most powerful.
Maybe.
I mean, certainly he's one of the most important people in the group. He keeps us all on our feet.
That's true. If you knew that you could bring us all back to life, that would make you a decent target.
It doesn't explain the dream, though.
Yeah.
And he did like specifically call you out as a. Didn't he say something
didn't-
about
you
being
didn't
the
Pharaoh-
important one?
Pharaoh and Atticus make perception checks.
Natural 20.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay. Both of you notice, it took you a second, and you kind of just continued with the conversation, but both of you noticed that Rev said what he said from over back behind a pillar, poking his head up.
What are you doing?
You don't know
Rev?
what you don't know what you just noticed that he said it from behind a pillar.
Just no, I was just coming back, like pull my bag out of my back, start walking back. Over.
From
Yeah, what are you doing back there?
Oh, I was just checking that body. There was 20 gold, and I just like throw it.
On the
There's
ground.
so much gold.
Just throw it. I just throw it.
That's weird.
Yeah, you're acting kind of weird,
That's
Rev.
odd behavior, man.
And that's saying something.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure,
If
yeah.
you didn't throw the gold, I would probably would have done it.
Yeah. That felt like a red
Honestly.
flag.
Yeah, roll an insight check.
Not great. I think 4 plus 7.
Yeah, he's the nat. Like, some other you guys have like passive insight, passive perception. He has kind of like a passive deception. He seems to be telling, you know, he's just like Rev's
Is
always
his
been a
bag, like-
Rev's always been a weird guy.
That's true.
Is
He's
his
always
bag like
kinda
covered
weird.
in blood?
I don't know. Have you gotten to that part of it?
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, because you were just draining it directly into the bag. Is that?
I mean, like
that's probably the easy.
this
That's
is
probably
my
was.
This is my first time draining a body, though. So
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
if you're saying that like there's a mess, like I'm sure there probably is. Like I'm not like perfect in like.
Yeah, I would
cleaning up
say
and,
that the
like-
best way that you thought quickly to come up with it is that you just put the body on the ground, slid your bag underneath his throat, and then just slit his throat. So it caught most of the mess.
Yeah.
But I'll say with a natural 20, you do notice that there is some blood coming off the side of his bag, but with an inside of 7,
Yeah.
that's
you
just
did just stab somebody.
exactly. I mean, like that could
I-
be from anything.
I kind of
Sure.
noticed them discerning me and like looking at and I like do a disguise self to like make it look like I'm 100% clean.
Yeah.
Everything else is the same, just like blood, like anything
Yeah.
that would have been there, just like.
See, now that's even more weird.
What do you mean?
That's some
Hey, do you
blood.
care if you're bloody? We're just in a bad. I'm bloody. I'm
fuck,
covered
the
in
gold
blood.
thing usually. I forget that we're like fucking.
What do you mean
rich.
the gold- I thought the gold thing
like
usually
that
does
usually
what?
is like nothing. Don't. I mean,
Well-
look. So like, we know.
What?
There's a fucking vampire lives in our bed. I just gotta deal with that situation. Just leave it alone.
What?
What?
Can you
The
slow
vampire
down?
lives in
Like,
your bag?
Is that what he said?
Bring the bag over here. We're burning
Yeah,
the
like you
bag.
guys.
We
rewind.
were all worried about Elburn, and
You
now
knew
burn the
this.
bag. You gotta-
You knew that. It's fine.
We
I
knew
didn't
that
know he
you
was in the
like
bag. I
talked
didn't
to
know-
a vampire.
Yeah, I
well,
know he was
some
in
of
the
us
bag.
did.
I wouldn't worry about it.
All right,
It hasn't
all
been-
right,
it hasn't-
everybody calm down, okay? I think we're all just getting a little worked up, all right? It's a
There's
little
vampire in his
weird.
bag.
It's a little weird. The guy poured a bunch of blood down his bag, okay? We
Did-
all know that
What?
that's strange.
He did what?
Wait, did you not tell them that, Pat?
I thought it was implied.
Yeah, I thought that was
I
obviously
was
what he did.
clear. I mean, like
He cut a guy's throat and put him on the bag so that all the blood would go into
he
the
was
bag
already. I
to
mean,
feed
like,
on
This is
vampire
not what
lore.
I thought we'd be dealing with.
Can we
today.
speak with this vampire? Can you bring this vampire out? I want to have some
Yeah,
stern
get-
words.
No,
Can
no,
you come a
I'm
little
sorry.
closer, Rev? You're-
You guys
Yeah, can
cannot
we
talk to
talk to
Mr. Frey. He's
No,
wanted
it's-
by he's wanted
Mr.
by a lot of
Frey?
people.
Mr.
Yeah,
Frey?
the angelkin will know that he's out of the bag.
Exactly,
Like,
the angel kin, they're real
Angelkin?
fucks. Yeah.
Why have you not
What
said
the
any of this
fuck, Rev?
for the past couple months? Yeah?
Why right now?
we were
Like,
dealing with. We were.
I'm really tired.
He killed 1,000,000 people.
And you got a vampire in a bag.
They're both crazy. We have room for both.
They're equal big
I
Do
problems.
we have room for both?
I think I
feel
have to
like-
leave.
I stand up very slowly and I go to say something, and his point, the second he talks about like I go, and I say nothing.
Rev,
I
hey
just start
Rev, I
drinking
want
out of my bag.
I want you to know, Rev, that I forgive you for having a vampire in your bag.
He's not that
See,
kind of
that's-
vampire,
It's a
okay?
current situation.
He's a
Kind
good
of
guy.
vampire.
Mr. Frey's a good guy.
He's a
okay?
He's a good
What's the-
guy.
Why
He-
are the angel
He lets
cats?
Rev do all the stuff that he does to help you
Who
guys
are the
out.
That's exactly.
You're a
Who's the angel
fiend.
kitten?
You're a little devil.
And you're
Hey.
a little chubby.
I'm ripped.
This is the thing. You know.
Do you realize how much alcohol you drink, Atticus? You're not ripped.
it's butt water. I run it off.
Hot water's
I
look
work out.
Look, he
Atticus,
got on
you're
me-
you're the son of a sheriff.
How do you
What
know
does that
that?
have to do with anything?
I know a lot of stuff about all of you. By the way, you and Ray should really talk.
Who?
What?
Wait,
I got my sword out. I don't like this little fucking guy anymore.
Listen, I'm a devil. Yeah, sure. I'm a fiend. Why is that such a big deal?
He's not actually that bad, guys. He was nice.
What have I
Years
ever
ago.
done against you, Atticus?
You're hiding a vampire in a bag.
He's a good guy. I'm not hiding nobody.
it's not like
You
the
literally
vampires,
turn
like,
invisible, so you're hiding yourself sometimes.
So do you.
I don't turn invisible.
Well, you turn into
You
other
can still
things.
see me. Yeah, but I'm still there.
What about when you turn into a spider?
I'm still there.
Yeah, but you're doing it to be sneaky.
So
That's
You're
semantics,
12.
Elliot.
yeah, so
I'm like 3,000.
You're
yeah,
3,000.
so you're old.
Why is everyone in this party older than me?
I'm not.
I mean, in fairness,
I'm
mine
pretty
was
sure I'm
kind of
not.
a curse.
What?
So...
Okay, we should all just hug it out. I
Isn't
think.
life a
I don't know.
curse?
I don't know
I
about
agree.
saying.
See,
That's what I'm
Pharaoh
saying.
is always on the right page. That's why Pildor targeted him, because without Pharaoh, all of you will fall into chaos and madness.
Do you think that's true?
I've literally
That's probably
started
true,
leaving.
but
Good point.
I'm walking away. I'm walking out the way we came.
I just
Why should I talk to Ray?
You don't need to. It's fine.
She just
I'm
worked.
all talked
Fuck.
out.
Just like
And look, like, I mean, like, he was about the boot. Like, he got on me about cheese. I've lost a few pounds since then. I'm just saying, like, maybe we should probably chill out on drinking. I don't know. Like,
does
I'm
drinking
a lot
make
less
you fat?
concerned about the drinking than the vampire. I have to be
Red
honest.
makes you
here.
fat.
yeah.
True.
Depends on
Yeah,
what
we
you're
should still
drinking,
talk about
healthy.
that.
Yeah.
Who is this vampire? And why do you have him in a bag?
he's in the bag for his safety. For his safety. 'Cause,
From the
like,
angel.
Why do I
Angel?
care about a vampire dying? Why,
Well, he cares
why
about
should
you.
Why do you care about him living?
I don't know. Vampires are bad, right? Everybody
That's
agrees on
super
No.
racist of you.
Yeah, that.
There
Very
are three
assumptive.
good reasons
Yeah,
why your
Atticus.
vampire is a good thing.
1, he's never sucked the blood of anyone who hasn't deserved it. 2, he gives Rev all the powers that you need to help you out. 3, he's not done anything bad against you yet.
That doesn't make
Well,
it.
That was kind of the
I
first
don't-
point.
That was a pretty.
Yeah.
Elliot.
You've repeated a point. I
I'm just
think.
saying he
Kind of
could.
that I
He
would
could
say,
fuck all
man.
of you up if he wanted to.
Ah,
That's not
isn't really a
reassuring me,
good
though.
Argument.
Then
This
why
is a
doesn't he?
lot
Why
for
doesn't he
one
come out of the
day.
bag and do something?
Because he just wants to go home.
Yeah, because
Where's
he
home?
can't.
You gotta get him to the library. That's all I'm saying. Like, he's
What
just trying to
library?
get to the library, check out some books. I don't know what else.
I
but,
go to the
like,
library all the time. Why didn't you just come to the library with me?
He can't leave the
thought-
bag, and it has to go to a very specific section of a very specific library.
Can I see your bag?
Yeah. you
we
can
look
see it right
in. Will
here.
we like see his face?
Can I have your bag?
Is all your
You
stuff
wanna-
covered
you
in
wanna
blood
see it with
now?
your
Go in
hand?
I
your
just want to look
bag?
inside. Can I look inside your bag?
You want to see?
I want to see a vampire in a bag. That sounds awesome. I want to take a look.
You can see him if you
I-
just put in your
Tiny?
bag.
I do have
was
bag.
okay.
Rev, let him have the bag.
All right. I'm just like, this is very unprofessional for me. I was hired to carry a parcel. I shouldn't be letting it out of my possession. But
Trust me.
if Elliot says, all right.
So you take the bag. Put it on.
I'll put it
Put it
on.
on.
Put it
I'm gonna
on.
look in the. I'm gonna look in the bag first before I listen.
It
to
looks
you, I'm
like
sorry.
it looks like an empty leather bag.
I'll look through it if there's anything.
Looks like an empty leather satchel.
I'll put it on.
You put it on.
See,
The
just a
rest of you,
normal
the
backpack.
rest of you, see Atticus's eyes glaze over as he falls to the ground unconscious.
Try to rip the bag off of him.
Atticus.
Yep.
You wake up to the sound of a fireplace burning.
Oh snap! Oh snap!
In
Oh my
a
God.
small stone room. And you hear a slight chuckle. And you look around and you see that there is a fireplace burning, like I said, and there's 2 tall chairs, high back chairs, with a table in between them, and there seems to be a goblet of wine on it, with one chalice on the right side, empty, next to an empty chair, and the other currently in the hand of a man with long black hair, as he turns and looks at you, and he smiles with 2 fangs appearing out of his mouth. Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
What's-
You're the vampire in the bag?
The name's Frey. Demetrius Frey. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
So, red hair, white frock, mustache that's almost too big for his face. You must be Atticus, huh?
Yes, I am he.
Right, yeah. Yeah, you should talk to Ray.
Yeah, people keep telling me that. Why should I talk to Ray?
Oh, because she works for the Great Tip Vanguards.
She works for them.
Yeah, occasionally.
She's with them.
Yeah, she's done some work for them before, for sure. Yeah, she might be able to help you out. Yeah. See, there's a lot that I know about, your whole party.
Okay. How do you know these things?
Because I have access to planes of existence that you're not quite aware of. I got ears in all of them. I'm pretty good at what I do.
What's gonna happen when Rev brings you to this library?
He stands and walks over to you, and he towers at least a foot taller than you. And he looks down. I'll be straight with you. I don't know. But what I do know is there is a book there that is going to tell me how to find my friend. He's in his own little plane of existence called, Huh?
Who's your friend?
Well, that's for me to know and for you to find out. All I can tell you is that he means no harm to you or anybody else you're involved with.
Who do you mean harm to?
I mean,
it out for a reason.
I want to get rid of this, and he kind of points to his existence. And he looks back.
You want to die?
No, you see,
I could.
I can get rid of this, and still, you're a smartass.
I know you need the fangs. You don't want to be that. I got it.
I like you. Yeah, I don't want to be a vampire no more, but there's a way that I can be a vampire. Not be a vampire. And still have all of the abilities that I have now. And that's what I'm trying to do. Because I'm just a guy.
Abilities.
Continue to help people like Rev. You see, I'm a man of the people, Atticus. And for too long have the high and mighty of this world, those with money, made all of the decisions. It's time that someone stands up for the common man, so that sheriffs of small towns don't have to put out loans to asshole groups because their town doesn't have enough money.
Can I do an insight check to see if he really
For sure, yeah.
wants to help people?
Yeah, roll an insight check.
Insight.
I'm really glad the paladin is
6.
doing the insight check and questioning it.
It's a 6, you said?
It's a 6.
He is super hard to read. But he definitely is not giving you any aggressive vibes.
Right. So, well, right now you seem like just a vampire in a bag.
And honestly, to you, that's all I gotta be, son.
How do I leave? How do I get it?
Oh, you want to wake up?
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of scary.
It is?
A little bit.
Why?
I don't know where am I in the bag?
No. That'd be ridiculous.
Where is this?
It's in your head.
Oh.
I'm kind of talking to you in your dreams a little bit.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. I'm really cool. And I do nothing but help you guys out. So what? Every once in a while, he's going to have to put a bad guy's blood in the bag. Is that really that big of a deal?
Yeah.
Why?
I just feel like it's disrespectful.
Well, just fucking don't look at it.
Does it have to be a human?
listen, I don't want to have this conversation
Does it
with
have
you.
to be mine?
I don't have this conversation with you. You know what? Tell everybody that everything's fine, or else I'll kill you and your family. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Bye. And he snaps his fingers, and immediately Kelpie is on top of you, taking the bag off. To you guys, 3 seconds have passed.
I'm feeding him a banana.
So
Potassium.
so Kelpie is on you, taking the bag off. Atticus, you wake up on the ground, looking at everybody.
Yeah. Potassium.
I met the vampire in the bag.
Ah! How?
Yeah, and she's a chill guy, right? I mean, you met him.
I mean,
you
he's
know?
a chill guy. He's really cool.
He's very cool.
I still don't think we can trust him.
Yeah, we're working on that part.
He wants to not become a vampire anymore.
Right.
Oh.
Is he
How
not
do you-
already a
Yeah,
vampire?
How can
knew
you do that?
Part. I knew that part.
I don't know. He's got to read a book.
You just have to read a book and you cannot be a vampire?
I don't know much. That's
wouldn't
kind of what
be
he
a
said. He
vampire
didn't
either.
go into much detail.
Hmm.
He needs to help a friend who he wouldn't tell me about.
Hmm.
So I don't know. He's definitely up to something.
But
And
there's
he
really
doesn't
a
know what's going to
vampire in this
happen
bag?
when he gets there.
I think you're gonna need to follow up on these questions for us, Rev.
Sure.
You know more about this than I do.
Yeah, no, I know way more about this than you do. I mean, I've been traveling with Demetrius
How
for
did you?
this whole time now, and like I knew all those things that you just said. So,
So you can just talk to him if you put the bag on?
like in my head, and sometimes when I'm sleeping. And Elliot mostly, like he talks between the two of us.
Oh, so Elliot can talk to him at any time
Yep.
or constantly?
Yeah.
He also joked about killing my friends and family.
Yeah, he does.
Ah.
He's so funny. He's so funny, right? Oh man.
It's
His
not
sense
funny
of
to
humor
joke
is
about
cool.
killing.
Angie, I would say at this point you've definitely reached the top of the staircase. What do
She
you
just
do
left.
once you get outside? You're muted, by the way.
I just am outside, and I probably would have been like assuming that maybe like I don't know how long has it been. since-
In real time, it's probably been about like 5 minutes.
Oh, I'd probably just wait out there.
Okay, because it's still been within 3 hours. Tiny does land again and join you outside.
Yeah, we're just gonna sit
Yeah.
and chill.
Okay,
Oh, look,
cool.
There he is.
There he is. There's Tiny.
Oh, look, there he is.
Because
cool.
yeah, we're gonna chill. Maybe we'll play like he really likes to play rock paper scissors.
He
but
does.
He always does rock.
Yeah, every single time because you tell him
yeah.
to, and it's kind of like a weird self gratification thing going
yeah,
on.
it's like the only kind of win that I know.
Yeah,
Of it.
yeah. I get it. All right, so the rest of you are downstairs.
Elfie wants to put on the bag.
Kelvin wants to
Put
put
on
on-
a bag.
Rev has the bag. Yeah, Rev has the bag
I
now.
Oh, you
mean,
took
like,
it back? Okay.
We can talk to him more later. I think, like probably.
Okay,
He's
I've just never met a vampire, that's why I don't know. I think it'd be cool.
Y'all get one turn with the bag.
right.
Ever.
Later
Okay,
on.
I want next then.
Play honesty or compelled action with Demetrius.
Yeah.
I
I'm
dare
just
you to
gonna be
come out of the
honest.
bag.
I'm just gonna be honest with you, Rev. I'm still thinking about destroying that bag. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Mm.
I mean,
It doesn't seem like a good thing.
I feel like that will open up a whole new.
Would that just like release him or?
Right.
I
That's
don't
what
know.
I'd say. That I think that he probably like. Then we got him to. He's gonna be pretty upset. I think if you try.
Well, why don't we
Oh,
just
yeah.
bury the bag underground and just leave it there?
Well, I'm pretty sure he could he's. I think he and I I can't get far enough away from him if I wanted to at this point in
Can
time.
you-
Plus, I think like
Why-
you said, he just wants to stop being a vampire. So I think that's a pretty noble aspiration.
Yeah,
I
but he
think.
still wants to keep the powers of a vampire.
Sure.
What
I mean,
powers do a vampire have besides drinking blood?
He
That's
said he
not-
wants
I
to be a
mean,
man of the
drinking blood's
people and give powers to people like Rev.
Rev, are you,
Well, I mean,
are you,
so he
cursed?
told me that he used to be like a wizard, just a really powerful spellcaster, like
It
Ava.
concerns me as to how he became a vampire and now wants to give that power
It concerns me that you killed 1 million people.
Again, because of the trauma of everything that has happened, he immediately shuts up. He's like,
Elburn, do you know Demetrius Frey? Does that name ring a bell?
History check?
No, it does not.
Yeah. No, I mean, for most of my life, I was kind of, after the incident that Rev is right to call me out on, I was very isolated. The only reason I knew Xavier Synax is because he was looking for...
I asked Demetrius about Elburn, and he knew of him, but he didn't, like, they never crossed paths. That's what he says.
Where do you have to take the bag?
I have to take it to Faluin, to the big library there. I can't remember.
Library of Agents.
Library of Oh, that's where Drigo can help you there.
Pharaoh said you've been there before.
Yeah, I know it well. I'm a little concerned.
I mean, we got
what you're gonna
reasons
do
to
there.
go. Like, you could go see people you know there. Avery, you fucking love books. I mean, come on. It sounds like the next place to go after we deal with this giant scorpion monster.
Do we have to deal with the giant scorpion?
I mean, it's not here yet.
I mean, like the follow-up of that whole situation.
Can I roll an Arcana check to see if I would imagine that because the portal's shut, that it would just like be open somewhere else based on history?
You have no clue.
Okay.
We should probably send a message to Captain Ace so we could like go home to a place that has beds and food and things.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Avra, you hear in your head the voice of Meister Francile. It was the thunder. Did you hear it? I can't believe it. They're real. They're here. Where are you? Are you safe? Run if you're in Stagham.
Uh-oh.
I immediately turn to Elburn and say, "What the fuck did you do?"
What do you mean, what did I do?
Yeah,
I burned
what
the
did
shit out of
you
my...
do?
Okay, bloody bag. Don't talk to me like that.
No, we're dealing with this situation now.
I'm gonna relay the whole message.
It was nothing that I did.
Well,
Is it more storm giants?
Can you get what's happening?
Can you reply?
yeah. So I'll reply. I have 25 words.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh my god.
We heard it too. What?
That's the end. We heard it too. What?
Going through a tunnel.
Come on, 20 more words.
What are they? We are in Devis. Kildor is dead. Is it a scorpion? Love you.
Dude, you have 5 more technically.
That's all. That
Okay.
That's all that I...
You you hear a point. You hear the voice of Meister Francile in your head again. Glad you're all right. Glad Pildor's taken care of. It might not matter. It flew over Duskhall, on its way to Stagham. Be careful, dragon.
What?
I kind of called that too.
What did he say?
Called it.
It's a dragon.
It's
I'm going to immediately cast Sending to Drigo
Okay.
because Drigo is inside.
Everybody call your loved ones.
Drigo, a dragon coming to Stagham. Get cover. Be safe. Love you.
You don't hear a response back.
Shut the fuck up. Would I?
He's so
hear
mad that he didn't
outside?
disintegrate you.
What'd you say, Ray?
Would I hear or see anything outside?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yes.
All right.
Is it heading here instead of? Oh god.
I start like running. I don't know. Guys, we gotta get
Start
back
running
to
to
Stagham.
Stagham.
Yeah.
Gotta get back to
I mean,
Stagham.
we need to
Can
get.
we call Captain Ace?
Wait,
Yeah, send a message to Ace.
Elburn, do you know? Is there Would there be any teleportation circles that we could use here?
If there was, it would have been in the top of the tower, which was destroyed.
Yeah. I was about to say, I'm like, everything got fucked.
Yeah. It was worth asking.
I can cast the Sending to Captain Ace, but it'll be my last 3rd level spell. I could do it. We just no one die.
Yeah.
Well, it's either that or we run there. How far away is?
We don't know.
Pharaoh,
It's across a sea.
Pharaoh, you hear a voice in the back of your head. A voice that you have not heard in months. Son, where are you? Fall you in under attack. Dragon, it's here. Your mother and I are okay. Need help.
Daddy? Oh gosh, please be safe. I'm gonna come help as soon as possible. Keep everyone safe. Get help with the military if possible.
Okay.
What?
Oh, fuck.
Is that all in his head? We didn't hear any of that, yes?
You heard him. Oh, no, his response would have been in his head as
Would have
well,
been
yeah.
so we didn't
Okay,
hear him say.
so there's also dragons attacking Voluin.
Is it the same one? Did it skip Stagham and go to Voluin, or do we have more than one dragon?
I don't know. I tried to contact Rico, but he didn't respond. He's in Stagham.
In the first message, Meister Franciel said they are here.
Yeah, I was gonna say you said they.
Well, that's true. So there could be more than one dragon. Oh, when was the last time there was a dragon? I never heard of any dragons.
1,000
The druids
years.
didn't tell me about dragons.
Would I know?
Right?
Can I make like a history or something check about like what I would know about like a bunch of dragons showing up at the same time?
Sure.
And if that's ever happened before?
Yeah, go ahead.
What would I just like a history?
Yeah.
I found a Dovahkiin.
Roll a nat 20, you find out you're
12.
I'm sorry?
12.
Yeah, nothing really comes to. Yeah.
Can I roll an investigation or arcana to figure out, like, on my own if my book that I burned was what released it?
Sure.
15 arcana.
You don't remember. You don't remember Elburn, your current self, or the Archmage of Devis ever dealing with dragons in any sort of manner.
That's what I thought.
Atticus, you hear in the back of your head
Oh God!
a voice that you haven't heard in a hot second. It's the voice of Bertram Nader, the half-orc council member on the city of Stagham.
Okay.
Using sin and stone, Stagham under attack. Two dragons, one stayed, one flew to Duskull. We heard another in Voluin. Need help.
Stay safe. Help is on its way. May all your gods be with you.
Nice.
You feel like the response hit.
How far away is it to like where Captain Ace would be?
Is under attack by two dragons.
That's not what he said. He said two.
He
He said two arrived. One stayed.
Oh, one stayed. One went to Duskull. So Stagham is under attack. One is heading towards Duskull.
So
And he
there's
confirmed that there was one in Voluin.
So at least 3 dragons.
Okay, we should get back to Captain Ace. Maybe they have repaired the ship.
Yeah.
I turn book and run straight out.
Yeah.
To, out of the.
Yeah, you all run up the tower. Ray, as you're sitting there chilling outside, you hear thundering footsteps coming up the stairs.
Just chilling.
You also
Finally. Jesus.
Dragon! Run right up to Ray and be like, "Dragons attacking cities. We need to go."
What?
come on.
Yep,
And
I'm
I, like,
going.
I like,
Dragon.
try to usher her, not like pull her, but I try to like gesture to like come with us.
I look at Tiny and I'm like, dragons?
Tiny just shrugs.
Not you. No, you're good. Okay, what? Are they all coming out too? Or just
Yeah, everyone's there.
Okay.
Where are we going?
They
What
stayed.
happened?
Captain Ace and everybody stayed at the crash site, right? To like
They-
prepare
went
and.
to-
So they said that they were going to
City.
build a makeshift ship and then go to Roartide, which was to the south near on the way to Faluin, and then get another ship to come back north and pick you up.
Right.
Okay.
So we
I'm
just
gonna
we need to
I think
send
it's
that message.
worthwhile to send,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna cast sending to Captain Ace.
Okay.
Captain Ace, emergency. We need to get to Stagham quickly. Did you get the ship? We're leaving Devis now.
You hear a response. Close to Devis. Just a couple hours away. Have a ship. Problems occurred. We're fine. Do you see it?
I have no more spell slots.
What she said?
And-
What they say?
In that
see it.
moment, you all hear it. A large, loud growl as you look, and in the sky above, a dragon made of pure white scales flies about 1,000 feet above Devis, growling and roaring. As it passes over Devis, you swear you can almost hear it laugh. As it continues to fly south, away from Devis, towards somewhere you don't know. As the 4th dragon has now been confirmed, and Arc 3 has now begun. That is where we will end today's session.
Tiny's just like, oh no.
I'm already so stressed.
So that is the end of today's session. Thank you all so much for joining us.
Oh my god.
A stressful end to one arc and a stressful beginning to another one. The Lake Peak 6, now 7, have found themselves in yet another pretty precarious situation. What will they do? Find out next week.
Yeah.
Find out next week. We are confirmed next week. We will be back with another full session. And much love to all of you. Much love to my wonderful cast members. And as always, everybody say bye.
Bye.